So we'll begin the Ashes of Outland set review after having looked at all of the Demon Hunter cards that are just being introduced to the game outside of the set in the basic and initiate. Now we'll start, funny enough, with Demon Hunter alphabetically in classes, so got it fresh on the mind here. So we'll start with Immolation Aura. It's a 2-mana spell. Deal 1 damage to all minions twice. Wow.
Just
Um,
solid, cheap AoE.
yeah, good cheap
Yeah,
AoE, 2 damage to everything. Good against
Clears
aggro decks.
Reborns.
Yeah.
that is
Um,
true. Good against death rattle effects like reborns or death rattles.
you care about this for your like control decks. I think this will be good in the slower decks. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna give this 4 stars. It's really good
I'm gonna
AoE.
give it 3.
I'm gonna say 3 as well.
Okay. I can see. I'll come back down to 3. 3 stars. Good AoE.
Okay.
All right. Next card, Netherwalker. 2 mana 2/2 battle cry. Discover a demon. Holy
Great tempo card.
holy
Great
value,
mid-range
Batman.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the value's there for sure. It's Dragoncaster.
Right. You get to discover a demon. There's a lot of good demons in this set, so
Yeah.
um, there's a lot of really efficient demons in this class. So just all around, this card
hmm
is
I'd say there's a pretty like balanced curve of mana for demons as well. So chances are you're gonna find a mana cost that you want to be playing for your demon that you discover.
and there's some really dumb high cost demons that are just being introduced. So this will probably give you a shot at something in the late game if you just really need some gas.
If you want some gas, if you top deck this, it's not terrible. Chances of finding a high cost demon are good. If you're early and you just want like to look for a 1 to 3 drop, like there's a decent chance you'll find one in it.
Yeah,
Overall, really good.
I like this card. What do you guys say?
4 stars.
4 stars?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it. 4 star.
Okay, I can see it
I like
receiving.
Dragoncaster a lot though,
Yeah.
or
Alrighty.
whatever that card is called. The 2 mana 2/2.
Right. Alrighty. Netherwalker, 4 stars, sweet card. Next, Ashtung Battlelord, 4 mana 3/5 taunt lifesteal. So it's a
I like it.
Senjin's Shieldmaster with lifesteal. Um,
It's like a slower Ziliax that comes out a turn early.
Yeah. I think it's really good at slowing down like aggressive smork decks.
yeah,
Uh,
this could just gain you a lot of
yeah.
life.
I always
Difficulty.
like
Oh, go for it.
I always like the Ascension Shieldmaster stat line
Hmm.
with taunt. So
Yeah, I think this card's reasonable. You'll want it in just a slower deck, but it'll do what you want it to do. So
yeah,
I'll give it three
I'm gonna
stars.
give it 3.
3
Yeah.
sounds fair.
Cool. Alrighty. Next card. Ooh. Oh boy. Crimson Sigil Runner. It's a 1 mana 2/1. Okay. Outcast. Draw a card.
Now this is a 1 mana 2/1 you want to play.
Yeah. Well. Uh. So it's Kobold Librarian basically, but it doesn't deal you
Yeah,
damage. And Kobold
Yeah.
Librarian is on rate, just kind of an incredible card. So
it's insane.
uh, this card is about as good because it's a little less consistent, but
You don't take the
you don't take the
damage.
damage. Uh,
Yeah.
kind of want to give this 5 stars. You're just gonna play this in a lot of Demon Hunter decks.
Nah, this is gonna be a 4 star card.
I'll say 4.
I could.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll come down to 4. This
The
card
power
is.
level isn't super high. Chances are, I'd say 60% of the time you're playing it, you draw a card. 40% of the time you're not. You're just playing it for the body.
I'm
Because
not playing
obviously
this for the body.
you're looking to get the value from the draw card, and in slower decks, you more than likely can pull that off somehow. But if you're, I'm probably gonna try this out in an aggressive board focused deck to see how it runs, and I feel like I'm gonna be playing it for the body more than I really should be. But
Yeah,
we'll
I
see.
agree. If you're 60/40 on drawing the card, then you're playing it way too much for the body. Yeah, 4 stars on Crimson Sigil Runner though. This card's gonna be pretty important.
hmm
Next card, Coilfang Warlord. It's an 8 mana 9/5 with Rush, and Death Rattle. Summon a 5/9 Warlord with Taunt.
8 mana card that's only stats and isn't a demon, I don't like it in Demon Hunter.
Yeah, I don't know. This isn't a demon, so it's hard for me.
I kind of disagree because it's just such a good like control top end.
But like,
You're trading, you're dealing 9 damage to something, and you get a hefty body on it on the backside.
yeah, but
I guess
also
this
there's
is-
just better stuff.
I don't know. It's like 14-14 in stats. You get like
For
the
8
half-
mana.
You get like both halves that you want on the front and back end of the death rattle.
That's fair. Okay,
I think-
I'm willing to move this to a 3-star.
I'll say it's a 3-star card.
Yeah, maybe a little higher for me, but I see a 3-star.
Yeah, I mean it just has. It's pretty powerful. It's funny that the last set was just so powerful that something like this we're just like yawn, but the stats on this card are just so ballistic that we're just like 14-14 for 8 mana split across 2 bodies, dealing 9 damage when it comes into play. I don't know if that's really that good. Like, yeah, it's just perspective is weird. I'll give this 3 stars though. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Alrighty, next card, Fell Summoner, 6 mana 8/3, Death Rattle. Summon a random demon from your hand.
This is really good.
Yeah. What is that next Ramus card that Warlock had?
Uh,
4 mana 3/4.
Yeah.
Oh, Void
Yeah.
Caller.
Void
Yeah,
Void Caller, right?
Yeah. It's Void Caller with a bigger body for 2 more mana.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of the 8 mana 6/6. Summon a random beast from your deck, was it, or hand? Or no, that was Death Rattle. Summon a beast from your something or another for Hunter.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what the card's name was, but it's a very similar effect, and that was super powerful because you could tutor your deck to be good with it. Get your Witchwood Grizzlies and whatnot with it.
I think this just lines up really well with sort of a slower deck that
Yeah.
it's threatening enough that they want to get rid of it, but the Death Rattle is a pretty big deterrent too, so
I have a
Yeah.
bad feeling about this card that it's a little too slow to be like cheating stuff out. Just because it's 6 mana. I mean, it's 8 attacks, so kind of
the 8 attack is what gives me pause there.
yeah, kind of
Yeah.
It's
They don't want that sticking around.
right.
Exactly.
So,
It's a little weak to silence, but of course they're moving away from silence being a more common effect in the Hearthstone
yeah.
sets.
Yeah.
So
I kind of want to give this card 3 stars.
I think I'm gonna give it 4 because I think Big Demon is going to be a pretty good deck. I have a feeling.
I'll say 3, but I could see it being really good.
Oh, yeah, 3 stars on.
It's really good with this next card.
Oh yes.
Next card. All right. Well, this card's really good, I think. So Priestess of Fury. So it's a 7 mana, 6/7 demon. At the end of your turn, deal 6 damage randomly split among all enemies.
I like Avenging Wrath with a tempo body as much as the next person.
Yeah.
I was about to say
Avenging
Paladin
Wrath's pretty
just
cool.
ran
with the 6/7.
Avenging Wrath.
Yeah, they really do. They run Avenging Wrath and Pure Paladin right now, which is one of the better decks in the meta.
At a just like an aggro top end even, this card looks nuts.
Yeah.
yeah,
and
it's-
if it ever lives, like
Oh,
if they can't
ab-
kill it, it's
It's so
absurd.
dumb.
That's over. If you can't remove that, the game is literally over.
This card could have a battle cry, and that could be the battle cry, and I could still see it seeing play.
I would still play it, yeah. The only problem is it's
Then
worse
you
with
can't
summon
cheat it in play,
effects.
sure.
Exactly.
That's why I think this card is good, because you can get those ways to cheat it into play.
Yeah.
Notably, you can
This
play,
going down.
you can play that cost reduction card.
I was just about to say this going down on turn 5 is
mana.
ballistic.
Yeah, you'll trash can some people. So
That's
Yeah.
disgusting. I didn't even think of that.
yeah.
Yeah, the mid-range implications of this card is unfathomable.
Yeah,
Unfathomable.
I could see like a mid-rangey demon sort of deck existing, probably with some outcast cards or something, just to kind
It's
of grease
just
the wheels.
it's just so much pressure. Like if your opponent can't remove it, the game's over, and it applies so much pressure that you can probably finish the game against most control decks early enough where they can't get over the edge and out control you.
So is this
This is a
5 stars?
5-star in my opinion.
That's kind of what
I
I think.
think so.
Hmm.
It seems powerful, even in like a straight up aggro deck. I wouldn't be sad as this being like a couple 7-drops in the deck just to like.
I mean, that's fair. I don't really personally want my aggressive deck to have a 7-mana
No,
Well,
top
but
end,
like
but
back in the day, Paladin aggressive decks ran Avenging
Vineweaver
Wrath.
and stuff.
well,
like
yeah,
that, so-
that's a back in the day situation though.
I
But
think-
this is a 6/7, so
But it comes with a body that's pretty
That's
good.
fair. We'll see. We'll see. I think Demon Hunter will be good enough with only like a 5-mana top end.
yeah,
Straight up.
I could see it. But I think the
So.
card is that good that you could consider it. So
That's fair.
5
It is
stars.
always a consideration.
I think this
Somehow,
see a lot of
not even good enough, or not good, or it's not even better than the next card that's coming up.
Alrighty.
I'd also like to point out that the flavor text for this next card is a Rihanna reference, and that confuses me greatly. But
What is the arm?
Let's take a look.
That's hilarious. Okay.
That's pretty good. All right.
God.
So Kane's Sun Fury, 4-mana, 3/5 charge. All friendly attacks ignore taunt.
7 fucking stars.
they
Holy
Someone-
shit! This should not have been printed. This should not have been printed.
someone play
Not
this.
should have been printed.
Someone play the Smork song like right now. Face play taunt. We still go face.
Yeah, it has finally happened.
Yeah.
Blizzard has.
We've done it.
There is some Blizzard developer stuck in like a fucking padded cell right now, foaming at the mouth because they've been making him listen to this song on repeat for 3 years, and he came up with this card.
Yeah, that checks out. I mean,
God, this is
it's 3 damage
This card
right
is
off the bat.
stupid.
4-mana, 3/5 charge is already like quite strong.
yeah.
That's
Like
on
that
raid
is
by
a
itself.
better Korkron elite.
Yeah. Move out of the way, Stormwind Knight.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. This card's just kind of incredible. You can
It's
build up your aggro board. Your aggro board doesn't just get stopped by one big taunt anymore. So, you know, they're like forced to kill the Kane. So you get to develop your board for an extra turn. Well, they have to use a removal spell instead of developing their board.
Not only that, but you can just like, if they play a big taunt, to be like, hey, I can live. You just plop Kane down and set up for a lethal with like Metamorphosis or the demon that deals 4 damage. It just allows so much damage to go through,
Yeah.
and that's insane.
Yeah. So
He's
5
gross.
stars. Crayon time. Is it crayon time?
It is. I have given it 2 stars with the crayon. Total of 7.
All right. 7 stars for Kane Sun Fury. We got a new crayon for this one, so sweet. Alrighty. Next card. Imprison
Oh
Ante.
god, I forgot this was a thing.
Alright. This is I haven't seen this one yet. So 5-mana 10/6. Oh boy. Dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, deal 10 damage split randomly among all enemies.
Yes, Cthulhu, but better and easier to pull off.
Oh.
This card is nuts.
Oh.
Yes, this is the
So-
type of thing where I would put as a finisher to my aggressive deck.
Yeah. Wow.
This card is insane.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's slow. So dormant for 2 turns, you know, sometimes you'll play this and die. But
Yeah.
Sometimes.
gosh, if it comes out, it's hard to see you like losing that game.
Come
Also-
turn 7 though.
You can
Yeah, you can
pair
Soul
this
Link
with-
this on turn 7.
you can
Potentially. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say you can pair it with the
With the priestess.
the priestess, the 6.
Oh yeah, 16 damage in a single
Just,
turn.
like, randomly throw 16 damage into your opponent's board and or
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
This is 5 stars. This
I
card
think
seems,
so.
Yeah, I'd say it's 5
card
stars.
seems pretty powerful in an aggro deck, and I think it's really going to shine in a mid-range deck. The Outcast
Mhm.
cards are looking better and better with cards like this. I think Outcast really lends itself to being mid-rangey. So while this
Yeah.
doesn't have anything to do with Outcast, I think just powerful like pound for pound cards like this that are a bit tempo that are like tempo negative the turn you play it. The Outcast like mechanic just lets you get so many bonuses that like playing
Yeah.
stuff like this or like 7 drops that like
Yeah, Outcast will make up
it,
for
it
you.
greases the wheels. So I think this
Yeah.
is 5 stars, and there's a sweet looking mid range deck in here somewhere. I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 5 stars, 100%.
Cool. Next is Spectral Sight. Speaking of Outcast cards, so it's a 2-mana spell. Draw a card. Outcast. Draw another.
Did anyone say Miracle Demon Hunter? I don't think I've said it enough.
Yeah.
This is just a strong card.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 2-mana draw 2. I even play this in like an aggro deck as a small reload potentially.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just
I
good.
think it'll be a consistent draw too in an aggro deck that's just running a very like the aggro deck I was talking about with a clean 5 top end. You just curve out,
What
get
about-
this as a reload.
What about Oops All 1-drops with Spectral Sight?
Your singleton 1-drops with a single spectral sight.
No. You just play 28 1-drops and 2 Spectral Sight.
That is there even 28 1-drops in the game?
I'm sure
I wish
you
you-
can find them.
I wish you luck in your
Yeah.
endeavors.
Yeah. So memes
Yeah.
aside, I don't know, 3-star, 4 stars.
4 stars.
The
Yeah.
card
4.
seems incredibly powerful.
It's just
It
real
is
good.
very good. Yeah.
Alright, 4 stars for Spectral Sight. Good job. Next one, Furious Felfin. So we have 2-mana 3/2. It's a Murloc. Battle Cry. If your hero attacked this turn, gain +1 attack and rush.
It's just efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very efficient. Twin Slice is really good with this. It's very nice if your opponent plays a 1-drop that contests your 1-mana 2/2 that gets better each time you attack. You can just play Twin Slice and play this and keep pushing damage to face while clearing shit.
Yeah.
Worst case, you play it on turn 3. It's still a 4/2 with rush.
Yeah.
And you have to trade with their 3-drop. Oh no.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no.
Just a solid aggro card, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good mid-range decks too. And
Good mid range card
honestly,
as well.
honestly, I'm not saying you play this in a control deck, but it goes up to like even a slower mid-range deck because it's just so efficient. It's a Shadow Bolt, you know.
Yeah. It is a Shadow Bolt with potential bonuses.
Yeah. 8. 4 stars.
Yeah.
4 stars, yeah, I'd give it 4 stars.
All right. Pit Commander.
Hey, Yasharaj. I mean, Pit Commander.
Pit Commander. It's a 9-mana 7/9 taunt. At the end of your turn, summon a demon from your deck. Yo.
Now these are the types of demons you want to be cheating out.
Oh yeah, you get this on turn 7 with your 4-mana 2/2. You get this off your Fell Summoner. You start summoning your Priestess of Furies, your Imprisoned Antiens, and you just snowball so fast.
So I can see a world in which that 8/3 is a bit more tantalizing because you can
Yeah, the
combo
Fell
that.
Summoner.
Yeah, you can combo the Fell Summoner with the spell that copies demons. So you play that. If they don't kill your Fell
Yes.
Summoner because they're like, I can't deal with a demon this turn, then you trade off the Fell Summoner, get your Pit Commander, then copy your Pit Commander for 4 mana, and
Boom, you have a gigantic board that only dies to Plague of Death,
2
essentially,
Yashirajas,
and
please.
Brawl.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It seems like a good reason to want to be the slow Demon Hunter deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The card's clearly
The
incredibly
sheer
powerful.
amount of stats you can get for just on like a turn 7 or turn 8 play makes this deck extremely powerful.
So we'll have to see how it plays if it like
I'm
brawls with the other like the Embiggen decks, for example, if you can
Yeah.
match them pound for pound on stats.
Yeah,
So-
this play style gives me very like big beast hunter vibes. gives me those types of vibes.
So,
I have concerns that this may be a little slow
Yeah,
in the
I want-
current sort of environment, but with rotation happening, maybe
Yeah,
there's a world where this is really strong.
I want to give this
that's what I was.
3 stars.
I was gonna give it 5.
Oh,
What if I split the difference and said 4?
say 4.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to go
I
down to
could
4.
go. I could
Okay.
come up.
Your guys' pessimism has
I'm at-
gotten me to 4 stars.
I'll explain my 3 stars. You can explain your 5 stars, so that we like get the range of our
Mhm.
thoughts. But basically, I think it's a little too slow, and it's just like it's really powerful. But I think
Mhm.
that I need to see a few more big demons. Like it can't just be this and the other one. Like I need to see like a dumb 10-drop demon or like
Yeah.
I need 1 or 2 more demons before I'm really building a deck around this.
I understand that argument. I think that it's just this is slow if you're playing it on 9 mana and not doing anything else. But there is at least it looks like 3 or 4 different cards that can cheat this out for like a turn 6, 7, or 8 play. And on those turns, it'll be extremely snowbally
Mhm.
is the thing, right? And that's it was a similar case for Beast Hunter back in the day where it's just like if you got the ball rolling with your death rattles and summon, then you just snowball and your opponent couldn't clear the board because you just kept adding stats and adding shit. And it'll be a similar case for this. If you get this on turn like 7 with your 4/4 that reduces demons or whatever, and they can't clear it, it'll just keep summoning stuff, and you'll keep pounding away at their face for like 8 to 10 damage, and you'll be able to just slip in 2-turn wins from Snowball.
Yeah, I could see that. I'll go to 4 stars. The card's a really sweet build around.
Me too, 4 stars.
Cool.
Mhm.
Next card is Metamorphosis.
5 stars.
All right. It's 5 mana. It's a spell. It's a legendary spell. Swap your hero power to deal 5 damage. After 2 uses, swap it back.
Smork, smork, smork.
Pyroblast is really cool at 7 mana.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
There's nothing more to say. It is an incredible finisher, better than Leroy could even dream to be.
yeah.
And that's it. It's going to be an aggressive deck, and it's going to be a key card in aggressive deck that gives you more wins than
It's
Leroy
even-
ever could.
Honestly, it's even a fine removal spell. Like 6 mana, deal 5, then save 1 mana, deal 5 the next turn is just like you just kill 2 things for.
That's
7
true.
mana
It's also
across
very
both
good in a
turns.
control deck.
Yeah, so you can use it on 5 in a control deck on a turn where you're just like waiting for them to develop a board for you to board wipe, and then you just kind of get 2 1-mana removal spells waiting in the wing. This card's just 5 stars. It's so
Yeah.
good in aggro decks, and it even has other uses in other decks. So
Yeah. Nothing
Yep.
more to say. 5 stars.
all right.
Yep.
Next card, Warglaze. Oh boy, let's try that again. Warglaves of Azzinoth. What? So Azzinoth is like a different like realm, right?
Azzinoth is a
No,
demon.
Azzinoth is a demon. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Azzinoth's a demon.
Yeah.
Yes. Illidan killed said demon to get his Warglaives and used them.
Oh, that's
Took
his
his
so
weapons.
this is his,
Yeah.
this is Illidan's weapons.
Yes.
All right, cool. That's a sweet card.
Fuel the might of the Warglaives of Azzinoth.
So the Warglaze of Azzinoth. So it's a 5 mana 3/4 weapon. After attacking a minion, your hero may attack again. Well, this is amazing.
Sadly, yeah.
I'm
It's all right. I'm not gonna say it's great. I'm gonna give it a 3 stars.
gonna give it 4 stars because like it just attacks so many times. Like get
Yeah.
that that 1-drop. You just get to attack 4 times. Like it's a 5 mana like board clear.
I mean,
way.
here's the thing. They've printed this weapon before in Sulthraze, and that didn't go very well either. Still is in rotation, actually, and it's yet to be played. This whole rotation could, things rotating out and whatnot, could open it up, but I think it'll fall into a similar category.
The thing about Warglades of Azzinoth though is that you don't have to like Sulthraze was like
I did require the overkill, where
It
this
was, like,
just
conditional.
required attacking.
so. Whereas this just says like attack stuff. Also,
That's fair.
this is one less mana. You have a lot more ways to like. You care so much more about just attacking as this class as opposed to Sulthraze, which had like some garbage support cards that gained you some armor and like it changed your hero power into make a 4/3, which didn't really matter because it took so long to get. So like the environment surrounding this, like if you play say the twin slice with this, you just get to maul your opponent's board for 5 mana, and then
Yeah.
like you get to kill 3 things. Sure, you take some face damage, but then you get to knock them in the face for 5. So
Yeah. You know, that's fair.
I want to give this 4 stars. I think it's just really effective.
I'm too distracted by thinking about how weird Rastakon's Rumble was. But,
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like,
Every single
Man.
time I look at that set, I really, really wonder, like
what was happening in the
it
minds
really
of those
is
people?
like the homelands of.
yeah, well, if you look at the Year of the Mammoth and the Year of the Dragon, they're both good years. And then you got this weird Year of the Raven thing that's like
Yeah.
the malformed.
Yeah, there was some
child.
really weird stuff going on, and I don't know.
Well,
But
was it
enough about
Witchwood Boomsday Rosticon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was such a weird year.
yeah. But I think Warglaves is solid enough. There's enough lifesteal to make it happen. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I agree. I'll go up to 4. I'll go up to 4.
All right. I hope they wouldn't make Illidan's weapons bad.
That would
Yeah.
be sad.
That would be sad.
Alrighty. Next one, Skull of Gul'dan. I haven't seen this
Oh
one yet.
boy.
Holy hell.
So 5 mana, draw 3 cards. Outcast reduce their cost by 3.
Get the whole box of crayons for this one.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Imagine top decking this in an aggro deck when you're right
Imagine-
about to run out of gas.
Imagine top decking this ever at all.
This
Yeah.
is this is 2 more mana for like a treasure.
This is
Yeah.
This is like this is really close to like the wondrous wand. Honestly.
Wondrous Wand shenanigans, yeah.
it's
It is.
it's like the quest reward for Druid where they have to like and then they pay for 6 mana to do this. This is crazy. Skull of Gul'dan is unbelievably good.
Yeah, it's a 6-star card.
Yeah,
The
I don't
crayon
know.
is
This
coming
is
out
just,
for it.
wow. I mean, reduce their cost
Also-
by 3. This is a negative 4 mana draw 3.
Yeah,
It's a really funny flavor when too.
What's the?
it really is. So back in Illidan's story, he, you know who Gul'dan is the warlock
Yeah.
hero for Hearthstone, obviously. He was an evil warlock who made pacts with the Burning Legion, who Illidan was seeking to destroy, and who was threatening to destroy Azeroth.
Uh-huh.
And so he used the Skull of Gul'dan to become a the demonic form we see him as today, instead of just a normal night elf.
Uh-huh.
And used his power to destroy the portal Sargeras was trying to come through, if I remember correctly.
But you're saying to yourself, if this is Gul'dan's skull, how can you have 2 in your deck? Well,
Let me tell you about the worst expansion of World of Warcraft ever.
yeah. No, there's another alternate timeline Gul'dan that you also kill later in Legion.
Oh
So
my God,
Yeah.
that's actually quite funny.
right? So you can have 2 skulls of Gul'dan in your deck. Look at that.
Oh gosh,
Look
I
at
hope there's like
that.
a special thing whenever you play this against Gul'dan. That would be-
There better be.
Oh, there better be. That'd be so good.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. This card enables combos.
It is.
It's so tempo
I'm
positive.
going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. Miracle Demon Hunter.
Yeah. Lets you cheat stuff out. This is disgusting in a miracle deck because if you ever reduce your auctioneer with this,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
you can.
I'm
you can
building this
reduce-
deck now.
Hold on, wait. You can reduce that that card that says whenever your stuff dies, you deal 3 damage. You can
Oh my
reduce
god,
that
the
to
Yeah.
0
Naga one?
mana. Yeah.
You can do that, yeah.
There has to be an OTK that can
Oh,
that we can figure this out.
so here's something else. Is there's that demon, the 2 mana 3/2. If you play
Mhm.
that, you put a card on top of your deck. So you get to
Yeah.
pick a card to reduce its
You
cost.
pick, or you can just pick Skull of Gul'dan to
Yeah.
grab.
Yeah.
Grab your
Or
Skull
if
of
you
Gul'dan.
are playing this on turn 3 and don't have enough mana, you can actively not pick Skull of Gul'dan to ensure you can get the outcast value.
This card is maybe the best in the set. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it.
it is. There's a 1 mana 2/2 that actively grows in size.
That's in the Initiate set, though.
Oh, you're right. This is the best card in the set.
Yeah, this is it's a negative 4 mana to draw 3 cards, so that's kind of cool.
It is.
If I
Holy
know
heck.
anything about card games from Magic the Gathering, -4 mana, draw 3 cards is pretty good.
I think the math. If you have basic math intuition, you know that this is a good effect.
Yeah. All right. Well, Skull of Gul'dan, Crayon. This card is going to be so incredibly obnoxious, and it kind of turns the class on its head quite a bit.
Hey,
so.
guy, you should pay me $4 to give me 3 things.
All right. Skull
Basic
of Gul'dan,
economics.
Fuck. Skull of economics. Skull of stonks.
cards. Card is Stonks Stars.
I forgot
Yep.
to look at its. Hold on.
What's the flavor text?
Oh, it's just edgy Illidan stuff.
Yeah. Edgy Illidan stuff. A poem about the Gul'dan and him being a
Alrighty.
giant dick.
So that's.
Wait,
Demon
why the
Hunter.
fuck is there only like 6 druid cards? What the fuck?
Well, Demon Hunter gets 15 cards every expansion for this year, and the rest get the regular 10. They're
I
trying to
see.
help. They're trying to help Demon Hunter catch up with the other classes a little
Yeah.
bit.
That makes sense.
Alrighty. So we will go to Druid next. So
Mhm.
Druid in this expansion has. I guess we'll just kind of go through the cards and then we'll see what the
Yeah.
things are. So we'll start with Bog Beam. So Bog Beam's a 3 mana spell. Deal 3 to a minion. Costs 0 if you have at least 7 mana crystals.
How are you sorting this?
Decent.
I'm doing it by just by mana cost.
That's a-
It's not really by mana
Oh,
cost. It's
It's
just
by-
going.
Oh, sort. Oh, I
There's
have it
no
by-
sorting.
I have
just,
it by most recent. Sorry, I'll do mana
Yeah.
cost low to high. How's about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So we'll start with
Just-
Fungal Fortunes.
Okay.
Fungal Fortunes is a 2 mana spell. Draw 3 cards. Discard any minions drawn. So it's Reverse Book of Specters.
It is
Yes.
Reverse Book of Specters.
It pisses me off that this is introduced when Crystal Long Portal is being rotated.
No, it's not.
Like, yeah, it is. It was Witchwood.
No, it wasn't. It was all the crystal druid stuff is in Dalaran, or is in
Rise of Shadows?
Rise of Shadows.
You're
You f-
lying to me.
you
I'm gonna
forgot.
figure this out.
You forgot because Rise of Shadows druid cards are pretty
You're
bad.
right.
Yes.
Whoa.
Because they were just like here's some cool things that we're never gonna touch again. Like
Yeah.
it was like they were trying to double back on Rastakon's Rumble by
Yeah. Druid didn't get the memo that a new set came out.
yeah, so
Yeah.
they were still like exploring ideas.
Damn. Okay. Well, then this card gets better in my opinion.
Yeah, this card seems really, really good to me.
Yeah.
So there's a spell druid, thing in the set. There's a lot of really powerful druid spells that they've printed in the last couple of years, or in the last
think-
Yep.
expansion.
I think this is really good in like a quest druid.
Yeah,
I
can see
agree.
that.
Yeah, it's really good in a quest druid.
So, Fungal Fortunes. I kind of want to give it 4 stars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm giving it 4,
It's
100%.
pretty powerful.
It'll find a home somewhere if we've learned
Yeah.
anything from Book of Specters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot of stats. I'm gonna take a look while we're looking at the cards at the
Rise of Shadows.
Rise of Shadows cards and see what there is also like the big spell druid. So
Yeah.
You're right. I forgot that was
so
a.
there's a
They,
lot of like
they have a
spell.
beetle that gives you armor and shit too.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of spell archetypes, like a lot of the yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
cool card. Next we'll go to Ironbark. Ironbark, 2 mana, give a minion +1/+3 and taunt, cost 0 if you have at least 7 mana crystals.
Meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems like 1 star to me. I don't think I'll ever play this card. It's
Yeah.
+1/+3 and taunt isn't really an effect that I ever really want on 2 mana. Like you want buffs to be more aggressive, and I don't want to play this card. I don't want this in my hand if I have 7 mana crystals. I just want a 7-drop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. So.
So maybe a miracle deck. I don't know. 1 star. I don't think this card's gonna see any
Yeah. 1 star.
Yep.
Next card.
Next card. Arcspore
Mishiffin.
Mishiffin.
you
Don't
go.
even try that.
Mishiffin. Yeah, I don't know.
Mishiffin.
Mishiffin.
Mishiffin. Ugh.
Archspore Mishiffin. It's alright. So it's a 3-mana 3/4 with taunt. Death Rattle. Shuffle Mishiffin Prime into your deck. Alright, so this is a cycle of legendary cards in a bunch of the classes in this set. So
Mm-hmm.
it does something on the front half, then the back half is a card prime that shuffles into your deck.
We have had an effect like this in the past with the map of the golden monkey or some shit like that
Yeah.
with Elise.
So here, Mishiffin Prime. It's a 10 mana. So basically, the evaluation on these cards is how good is the front half and how busted is the back half. Because you're looking for a good front half and a back half that's worth waiting for. So front half on this one, 3 mana 3/4 taunt. It's fine. That's a fine.
It's alright.
settlement.
It's alright. Yeah.
Mishiffin Prime, 10 mana 9/9 taunt. Choose one. Summon a 9/9 fungal giant with taunt or rush. Whoa.
It's a lot of stats. It's pretty good. It's not a spell in the spell druid archetype that's being pushed.
Well, I mean,
It could be fine in Quest, just because it's a decent body with taunt on
Yeah.
3, which is okay.
right.
And the backside is fine too, especially in that deck where you're drawing your entire
Yeah, you
deck.
can cycle your
Yeah.
entire deck in like half a turn.
Also,
And then your 9/9 gets taunt and rush with the quest completed, which is that's solid.
Oh, that's actually really solid. Yeah.
And 18/18 is nothing to sneeze at for 10 mana.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know.
Chef
how
know
hard
me,
it
this
is.
is not. But
Yeah. I don't know. I think the card's fine. I kind of want to give it 3 stars. I think that the card.
Yeah, I'm gonna
is,
give it
like,
3.
I think the card is unoffensive enough at like 3 mana to where like it's just a reasonable like tempo play. You're not gonna be super sad about playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the backside is just like you would put 10 mana. You would put Mishiffin Prime in most druid in like a druid deck.
This
So,
is this is a 3-mana 3/4 taunt that like basically gives you a Dragon Queen Alexstrasza-esque type of card
Right.
that you can just draw into later on.
So I like this card. I think it's 3 stars. It's never gonna break anything, but it's solid.
yeah.
Cool. Good work, Archspore. Whatever. Next card.
Yeah. Next card.
Alright, Bogbeam. 3 mana, deal 3 damage to a minion. It costs 0 if you have at least 7 mana crystals. So can
1
you-
mana or 1 star. Next card.
I actually... So here's the thing. I don't think this one is 1 star. Because 3 damage to a minion is something I'm like more or less okay. Like I'm okay playing 3 mana for it. I'm not happy, but it kills something. And if you have this much mana, you can actually kill something and then do something as opposed to +1/+3. I don't know what this whole 7 mana crystals thing means, but this has a chance, so I think it's 2 stars.
1 star.
I think
Not
it's
even
too
close.
slow. 1 star for me.
I have a question for you
Yeah.
guys, though. What is going on in the art of this card?
It doesn't look like WoW, does it?
What, like, WoW zone is this, like, because it's...
Well, it's supposed to be Zangamarsh, but like Zangamarsh isn't the cartoon.
I see.
That's accurate. Yeah, there's some weirdness going on here.
Okay, because all the cards I've seen is, like, these, like, spore dudes that are, like, alien.
Yeah. Like, yeah, there's like the alien spore looking dudes in Zangamarsh with like the fucking mushrooms, right? And I can sort of understand the art for Fungal Fortunes and Ironbark. But there's never been a beam like this in fucking WoW, and I don't even know what it's beaming.
I have no idea what's going on.
I haven't
Yeah.
played the Burning Crusade content in a while, so maybe this does happen somewhere, but I don't remember
Maybe.
it.
I don't remember it at all. To be
All
fair,
right.
I tried not to quest in Zangamar, so
Anyway,
That's
this mechanic looks horrid. So
yeah. I don't know what they're trying to do with if you have 7 mana crystals, cost 0 shit.
yeah,
That's
I
garbage.
literally want a 7-drop. So whatever.
So-
Bad theme.
Yeah. All right.
Go next.
Go next. Imprisoned Satyr. So it's a 3-mana 3/3 demon, dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, reduce the cost of a random minion in your hand by 5.
Someone's
I-
gonna make Malagos Druid again.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be very good, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's good enough nearly at
this is-
all.
I
Ever.
think it's worse than Dream Petal Florist, but
Yeah, it's worse than Dream Petal Florist, and it also
You can't control your hand as well as with Dream Petal Florist, because what if you
exactly.
draw something else that you don't want?
Exactly. It's dormant for 2 turns, and you have to fucking like you draw before this goes off. I'm fairly certain. So
Yeah.
you draw, and then you could just top deck a minion, as well as we're in a actively pushed big spell druid archetype, and they're trying to print minions that are trying to push minions.
it could be. I don't know.
It's so weird.
Here's the thing: most dormant cards, they have like a good stat line that they come out with. So like,
Yeah.
you're like getting push stats for what the mana you paid for it. This
hmm
doesn't have
This
that.
is a 3/3 for no reason. Yeah.
And then like, I don't know. I could see this in like a big druid deck, but the problem is
Yeah.
the current big druid deck is a spell deck. So I don't know.
Well, the
Yes.
best Druid deck is Embiggen Druid, and that doesn't want anything to do with this, so
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
All right.
I don't
so
see it.
I'm gonna give it 2 stars because this can make things cost 0.
You're right. 2 stars just because mana reduction is always a star
But
in
other,
terms of just being
We-
a thing.
Week 1, I'm dying to a Malagos combo involving this, and then I'm
Yeah.
never going to see it again.
that's
Yeah.
that sounds about right. So
Yeah.
2 stars because this can make Malagos and Moonfire work. All right, next card.
Yeah.
The Germination. So it's a spell. It's a druid spell. 4 mana. Summon a copy of a friendly minion. Give the copy taunt.
Man, is this good in Embiggen Druid?
This is... Well, most of your minions can't be targeted in Embiggen Druid, though.
You're not wrong.
You know, that's true. That's true.
All the big Embiggen hits are sort of meh with
Yeah.
this.
Leroy is also rotating out, which is
Leroy
makes this
is
card worse.
rotating.
I just think strength in numbers is just going to be a card that exists, which makes this card good.
Strength in numbers? Have we talked about it yet? What's strength in numbers?
1 mana, just like summon a
Oh,
10 drop
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
no
yeah.
reason. That card got printed.
I could see that. I don't know. Again, cards like this read super slow to me. So, I'd have to see it to believe it. I
That's
kinda wanna
fair.
give it
Yeah,
2 stars.
I just brought up Embiggen Druid because I think it'll still be pretty good in Embiggen Druid, and you'll probably run it. Well, it'll see experimentation, but other than that, I don't think it's going to be great.
I kind of want to give it 1 star. I don't think this is going to see any play.
I think it'll see. I think it'll be a 3-star. I think it'll be a 3-star.
I'm more with 1 star, I think.
Okay.
I just don't think this card's efficient enough to see play.
You know, that's fair, and we will see.
Yeah. Alright, next card, Overgrowth. Holy moly.
Holy moly! Holy moly!
Yeah, so
Ramp.
okay. So 4 mana, gain 2 empty mana crystals.
Fucking Christ.
This
So-
is straight up a Magic the Gathering card.
So yeah, so you can I have a Magic the Gathering card literally on my desk in my hand right now called Overgrowth. I ordered one, it just came in today. It must be fake because that gives
It's a
you 2
sign.
mana.
It's a sign.
But yeah, so yeah, Ramp Druid's back on the menu. I mean,
Yeah. They nerfed Wild Growth and then printed this card.
they also, I mean, we have Wild Growth in Standard. You just have to have dragons, which are big, and you want to ramp into them.
Yeah.
And you
Not
draw a
only
card.
that, But we have been having issues for the last few months with Breath of Dreams being a broken card. And now they want to make this card. I'm not. Someone is actively smoking cocaine, snorting it, and
this
smoking
might
it,
be
and sticking it up their ass.
This might be the best druid card in the set.
Yeah, I could see it.
It seems really strong. Because you turn 2, you Breath of Dreams. Turn 4, you Overgrowth.
Yeah.
Just solid ramp all around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a 5 stars.
Yeah, I don't know. This card seems kind of nuts. 5 stars. It's just gonna make the whole it makes an archetype. I mean, what Nourish was nerfed, to 6 mana, and a lot of the power of Nourish was getting the 2 mana crystals.
Yeah.
The versatility was nice, but you'll just take the 1 mana discount on those 2 mana crystals. So
Yeah, at the cost of them being empty this turn.
Zanger Marsh, it's a fungal out there. That's the
Hey.
That's
Hey.
pretty good.
So yeah, 5 stars Overgrowth is. I'm shocked, honestly.
Yeah. Next card.
Glowfly Swarm. 5 mana. Summon a 2/2 Glowfly for each spell in your hand. Huh.
Seems really good and really efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the big spell druid or just straight up spell druid now with.
I think just token druid likes this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Token Druid likes this. If it hits 3, you're happy. If it doesn't hit 3, it kind of sucks. But I mean, Force of Nature is being played right now and has one of the best drawn win rates, mulligan win rates, and like played win rates of any of the cards.
That's because you care about treants.
I mean, Treants have synergy there, but also the 6/6 in stats is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
I think with the draw.
We're
card,
losing enough treant synergy that I think this is usually a better case.
Because with the fungal fortunes, you can just like really refill your hands, and you can
Yeah.
go off. Also the twin spell card with that makes makes eagles
Rising
or whatever,
Winds.
and
Yeah,
those cards.
yeah.
That card's just plays really well with this because twin spell just keeps card in your hand. So
Yeah.
Blessed
So
Ancients,
4 stars.
Solid.
4 stars.
It fits into a tier 1 deck right now. I'll say 5.
I could see that.
I can see that. I'm gonna
4
stick with 4, but we'll
4
say
to
5.
5 stars for Glowfly Swarm.
I could be horrifically wrong with Mulch Muncher leaving standard though, so
Yeah.
Mulch matters.
it does.
0 mana cards are really cool, especially whenever they're 8/8s with Rush. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
what do I know?
Or 5/5s.
Alrighty.
Next card.
Next card, Marsh Hydra. Whoa. 7 mana 7/7 beast with Rush. After this attacks, add a random 8-cost minion to your hand.
So you were saying you wanted a 7 drop if you had 7 mana.
Yeah. This is a 7.
What about an 8 drop?
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
This
okay.
is like an auto pick in Arena.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's an auto pick in Arena. I think it'd actually be pretty good in the big spell druid archetype with just a finisher like this that generates you minions instead of you like getting minions or putting minions in your deck.
The speed of the 7/7 really sort of takes this over the top for me.
Yeah, I mean it has Rush.
Yeah, the fact that it has Rush is really good.
You
The fact that you
basically
can
get the
ramp to
8/8
like
on a battle
10
cry.
mana and turn 3.
It's really, you can like play this like Breath of Dreams onto.
Oh, it adds more
Overgrowth.
than one 8/8 one 8 cost if it survives.
Yeah.
I thought
Yep.
it was a battle cry.
No, it's not a battle
Nope.
cry.
It's multiple value.
That's better than I thought.
Yeah, it's just a good card, and I think it'll be a 4-star card coming up in the expansion. I feel.
Yeah, I think it'll find a home.
Yeah, I want to call it a 5-star
Next
card. I want to
card.
play with this card a lot. It's so much value. It's not a 5-star card, but I'm calling it a 5-star card. All right, next card. Yasiel Windsinger.
Good try.
Oh, what's
I have no
Yasiel?
idea. I just
Oh, okay,
I'd
cool.
I'd say Yisiel, but
Yasiel.
yeah,
that's
UCL is what I would assume.
Yasiel Windsinger. It's 9 mana, 5/5. Your spells cost 1. It's that
I have no idea how good this is going to
is
be.
that
Aviana.
bird. Yeah, it's Aviana, but with spells.
The good Aviana, not the one
Not
that
Not the-
doesn't exist.
not the poop Aviana.
Yeah.
That was, God, I
I
forgot that was
don't
a
know what
card.
spell I'm cheating at with this.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what I'm thinking.
Here.
Like,
The 7 mana one that heals the board for 5 and draws 5 cards seems pretty good with this.
I can see that.
yeah. So is shit. What's that card? The Treant one.
The forest.
The
The
Forest
the-
Aid. Thank you.
Force Aid, yeah.
I could
Yeah.
see that. I mean, that makes a board, but it's not really what I want to use this like kind of effect on. Like I
can-
I mean,
want to really pull ahead if I'm paying
Yeah.
9 mana for a 5/5. So
theoretically, this makes Imprisoned Satyr better.
You can,
oh god,
yeah, you can do that.
that could make you go off.
But in
Because
what's the what is that card? The 6 mana one that either heals your face for 12 or gives you a 6/6 with taunt.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
But I think there's enough good druid spells that with a free 5/5 become even better.
Yeah, I agree. I think with the ramp that's being introduced and the fact that just ramp exists in Druid, like if you somehow manage to like you play that spell and you give a taunt on the board or whatever, there's a non-zero chance this survives and you can just keep going off with it, keep getting value. But like it's just something to bait removal, which is always I find a pretty valuable thing in Hearthstone.
Yeah,
So
I
it's a
kinda
decent quest druid top end too.
it is. You're not wrong.
I kind of want to give this a
It's good with Floop's Glorious Gloop. No, wait, that's rotating the
rotating.
Boomsday, isn't it?
yeah,
Rotating, unfortunately. Yeah.
or fortunately. But I don't know.
I think 3 stars.
3 stars, yeah.
Yeah, 3 to 2 stars. This needs.
There's enough of a
consistent.
chance
More
that it'll
support.
go somewhere, I think.
All right, so Druid.
I'm not sure if I want it to go somewhere, if
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Druid has some real bad cards and overgrowth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what the whole Ironbark Bogbeam thing was supposed to be.
It is not going to be. It's going to be the
I don't get
so.
it. We'll talk about another class. Druid got overgrowth, and that's all you need to.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Next class.
Next class is Hunter. All right. Go by mana cost again. So we start with Hellbore. So Hellbore is a Hellbore is a 1 mana 2/1 beast. Death Rattle, give a random beast in your hand +1/+1.
It's decent. They are printing a lot of 1 mana 2/1s this expansion.
Is this one good enough though? I think
I don't think so.
I
It
think
depends.
well, it's a good replacement, not a good replacement, but it's an okay replacement for Springpaw. It's a 1
Is
mana
it?
well,
it's a 1 mana beast, and that's something that Hunter pretty much always needs to have access to.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
just
so.
kind of like
You're right.
what you have.
They played Dire Mole for a long, long time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dire Mole is a card.
Dire Mole is a
It's
1 mana 1/3,
exactly
and that was
1/3.
during Crackling Razor Maw meta.
That's
They were-
true.
So
But I think the 1 mana beast is good enough that Hunters will play it.
that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna give it 3 stars personally.
It's not an exciting card, but someone
Yeah.
will play it.
I'm sure. Next card.
Alrighty. What do we go? Like 2 stars? 3 stars maybe?
3 stars.
It just kind of
Yeah.
fills the role.
Yeah.
All right, next one, Imprisoned Felmont. It's a 2-mana
This
5/4 demon, dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, attack a random enemy.
this is garbage. Terrible, awful.
Really?
I don't
Yes.
agree.
Me go face.
Hunter does like the face damage there, if at all possible, but it's just like attacks a random enemy isn't great. It could super low roll, only
So
sometimes high roll.
let's think about the current Hunter deck that's really good, Dragon Hunter. Dragon Hunter's main sort of draw is that it controls the board stupid well for an aggro deck.
Yeah.
So if you're able to control the board and have an imprisoned Felma waiting, that 5 is probably going face, and then you get a 5/4.
You know, that is fair, and I will give that to you. The thing with why I don't like it is actually because Hunter really likes controlling the board with their early game minions, and this does the exact opposite.
That's fair. It does sort of take away from your turn 2 plays with your fairy dragons and what have you.
Yeah. So I personally am gonna rate it 2 stars because I don't think it'll amount to anything, but I will be pleasantly surprised if it does get better or be better.
I kind of want to give it. It looks insane to me, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just getting a lot out of your 2 mana. I get that it's kind of random, but if you ever get to like attack with this thing, I feel like you're kind of getting away with something. So.
And even a random attack on turn 4, odds are good you've killed their 4-drop.
And it's not even like unlikely that this won't survive.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. They get to
That's fair.
they get to play around it, but like
I genuinely think it goes in Dragon Hunter, just as the deck stands right now, but I could be wrong as well.
I'm just gonna put it in Face Hunter.
Faceplay taunt me, still go face.
I don't know, like 3 stars.
Yeah.
I'm not moving off my 2, but
Okay.
waiting to be surprised.
Alrighty. Next card, Pack Tactics. 2 mana for a secret. When a friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/3 copy.
It's all right.
It's like Snake Trap, which sees play.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Another secret for Hunter is always good.
I think you could play it in like Highlander if you wanted to do a secret package. It's kind of cool
I've-
that you can like make your you can like make your Phase Stalker, or you like play your Phase Stalker, then you get to like get another Phase Stalker, which is kind of
Oh, you
funny.
know, that is pretty
It's-
useful,
There's like a
actually.
Death Rattle theme, so like if you play the boar into this, someone attacks the boar, you get a 3/3 of it. So it's kind of cool.
If
Yeah.
Quest Hunter somehow survives, this is really good in that deck.
Yeah, that is actually very true. It's really good in
So,
that deck.
Um,
Imagine hitting like a Bone Wraith with this.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think this card's neat. I don't know.
It's
It's-
good enough, I think.
Yeah, it's a well-rounded card. 3 stars. I think it'll see play in places.
Yeah, 3 stars.
Yep.
Next,
next
me.
card.
Oh wait, let's not review this card because I want to review it with the legendary, and I'll tell you why when we get to it. So next card after this card.
Lol. All right, I know what you're doing. All right, so this one is but this card is in the art of the other card.
But come on, please.
Oh my god, it is. I didn't even notice.
So Augmented
Yeah.
Porcupine. So it's a 3-mana 2/4 with it's a beast. Death Rattle. Deal this minion's attack damage randomly split among all enemies.
It's good with the beast buffs.
Yep.
It's nice with beast buffs.
Hellbore becomes better with it.
I'm
All that
not-
kind of
I'm not,
garbage.
honestly, I'm not disappointed by its like stat line. Like
Base
3-mana
stats,
2/4
yeah.
throw
Reminds
to
me a
whatever it
lot
does.
of the 4-mana 2/4 battle cry of this effect, but not randomly split.
Also,
Forgot-
you get
something Godo.
also you get like fresh scent, so you can just like make this.
Oh, you're right. Twin spell.
Make this
Uh,
a 6/8, and
yeah,
whenever
it's
it dies, it just explodes.
It seems just like a decent mid-rangey kind of
yeah.
beast.
Which-
Beast that can eat a lot of buffs. Does good stuff
Yeah.
when it dies.
Yeah, I was thinking it's just they're moving back to a more like hunter-esque hunter with like mid-range beasts. So pretty good, pretty good. 3 stars. Maybe
Yeah.
4.
Sure.
Zizor, Apex Predator.
Yeah, so next one is Zixor Apex Predator.
That was
So it's a,
Zixor. I'm a fucking moron.
it's a 3 mana 2/4 with Rush, Death Rattle, summon, or sorry,
Or
3 mana 2/4 Rush, Death Rattle, shuffle Zixor Prime into your deck. So this is part of that Prime cycle. So Zixor Prime is an 8 mana 4/4 with Rush, Battlecry, summon 3 copies of this minion.
It's also worth noting it's a beast.
So
Yes.
you can buff it in your.
It benefits from the beast
So you
buffs.
can buff the Zixor Prime from your hand.
Yes. It
It
is.
seems. Plus, with the card we haven't talked about yet, you can sort of pseudo tutor it out.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good. It'll probably go in Singleton Hunter, most mid-range hunters. There's a place for it in Dragon Hunter, I'd say. Just 2/4 Rush is pretty good. Controls the board really well.
I like this a lot in Singleton Hunter, actually.
Yeah, it is going to be good in Singleton Hunter. There's no question. 4 stars.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Mock. So 4 stars on Zixor Apex Predator. Next one is Machnathal Lion. It's a 4 mana 5/2 Rush, Battlecry. Choose a friendly minion. Gain a copy of its Death Rattle.
Not bad. Good with Zixor. Fuck.
It is. It's fine with Augmented Porcupine, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you rush.
Really
Yeah,
good with
something for
Augmented
5.
Porcupine, actually.
But yeah, it's a sweet card. I don't know if the like. So there's clearly a Death Rattle theme here, and it's like, I don't know, Death Rattle Beasts sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
If it gets more support, it'll be better. If it doesn't, then it might not be an include in mid-range or Singleton.
yeah, so
Probably still be included in Singleton, but we'll see.
I don't know if this like fits into the current mold of Singleton of that kind of deck, but if there's a
Yeah. To be fair, there's more than a few cards rotating in Singleton Hunter as it currently is, so we're looking to fill some of those out.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. If there's a Death Rattle Hunter, this will be the card to play in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many Death Rattles you really want to copy that badly. So, I don't know.
I'm say 3 stars, but I
stars,
low-key want to go it to 2. We'll see though.
We shall see.
Yeah, alright.
That's one to keep your eye on next expansion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next we have Flanking Strike.
We do.
So Scrap Shot, deal 3 damage, give a random beast in your hand +3/+3.
It's worth noting this is worse than Flanking Strike in a lot of ways, but
Yeah.
Well, most things are. Let's be honest.
You could say that about
Yeah.
99% of all Hearthstone
all
cards.
Hearthstone cards, yeah. But yeah, it's really good with basically all the shit we've talked about that's a beast so far. Augmented Porcupine's really good. Zigzor is just good because it has Rush. Same with Machnathal Lion.
Don't forget that like you can just do annoying stuff with like even that 1/1 with charge.
Oh yeah, the boar.
The boar.
The boar, yeah. There's a 2 mana 2/1 Rush Death Rattle summon a 1/1 Murloc that this is
Yeah.
pretty good with as
Basically
well.
anything fast, it's pretty good with.
Good with Quest Hunter. Also Singleton.
I think it's
3 stars.
3 stars.
good
It could be
good
4.
enough for you to want to run beasts in your deck. So
I
Yeah.
kind of want to give it 4 stars. I think it's going to
That's fair.
go well with a lot of cards, even though it's not Flanking Strike.
You're right.
It'll-
You're right. 4 stars.
it'll find a home.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Here we go, baby.
All right, so Beastmaster Leorox. It seems like you want to do the honors, so take it away.
So 8 mana 5/5 Battlecry. Summon 3 beasts from your hand. Let me introduce you to the only hunter deck I will be playing this expansion. there's a card in the game called Hunting Party, and it says double all the beasts, or summon or oh my god, add a copy of all the beasts in your hand to your hand. And so what you can do is you can add a King Crush to your hand, play Raiding Party twice, get 4 King Crushes, and summon 3 of them with Beastmaster Leorox. And you're probably wondering, hey Dizzy, that's only 24 damage. Well, wait till you hear about this card. 2 mana, draw a beast, and give it +3/+3. Scavenger's Ingenuity.
See, it's even easier than you're making it sound because we've got Ramkahin Wild Tamer still in standard.
Oh my god.
What's Ramkahin Wild Tamer?
Oh, it's
It's a forgettable card we reviewed like 8 months ago.
we said it was going to be really good, but also power creep exists. So Ramkahem Wild Tamer is it's a 3-mana 4/3. Add a copy of a beast in your hand to your hand or something like that.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
I think that's correct.
That incredible arena card that
Yeah.
doesn't seem standard play.
That was in what? Old Doom?
Yeah,
I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, 3 mana 4/3, Battlecry, copy a random beast in your hand.
so if you just have King Crush and you're going all in on this combo, you could do dumb stuff.
Yeah. And so that is what I am going to be playing this expansion, because you can just get 3 11/11 King Crushes and OTK your opponent with like 4 fucking cards in the combo. And that is broken.
So goes back to Scavenger's Ingenuity, where you
Yes.
tutor up your beasts, give it +3/+3.
Yes. It is. So that card is also good with Zizor Apex. It what's it called? It tutors Zizor Prime, and is also good with Augmented Porcupine, tempo wise. So it's fits in multiple decks with a beast. Same with Beastmaster Leorox. If you're just running a mid range Beast Hunter, 8 mana to summon 3 mid range sized beasts isn't bad. It's a lot of stats, pretty good board swing play. So if you want to play a boring hunter deck, then there's also that.
This does seem like sort of a Zul'jin-esque effect that maybe Highlander Hunter wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I could see it as well.
Cool.
But also, if you don't play King Crush Hunter, then you're a little bitch. So
See, well, I'm imagining some 98% of the population is going to be little bitches. Alright, Beastmaster
5
Leorox,
stars.
Little less high than you. 4 stars.
I'm gonna say 4 as well.
But we all have to have our pet cards, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
Next.
true.
you really like your 1 mana 2/1s. I really
do.
like King Crush.
Different strokes, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got next one we got is Nagrin Slam.
This is a strange card.
It's got amazing flavor text though.
Oh, what is it?
Come on and slam.
And welcome
And
to
welcome to
Nagrand.
Nagrand.
Alrighty, so the card, it's 10 mana, summon 4 3/5 cleft hoofs that attack random enemies.
Thank God Zul'jin's not in
Yeah,
standard
that's
anymore.
all
Yeah, that is. It would be good.
Yes. I don't know. This card seems kind of out of place. It can get
Yeah.
face, but like at
It
10
can.
mana,
Oh,
I
it
don't-
can.
I
Right.
don't care that much, but like it's a big card. Like they fight things down. Your opponent could have stuff that they just die into. Like this could just be like 10 mana, deal like 12 damage. Like maybe kill your opponent's Dragon Queen Alexstrasza.
I mean, yeah, I just don't see a place for it personally. I think it's too slow, doesn't do enough. Like a 10 mana card is generally like a game winning card, whereas this seems more like a like try and catch up on tempo card, which Hunter just can't play
But, like,
based on the class's
yeah,
way of playing.
I'm gonna give this card 1 star because I think like
Me too.
at 10 mana, your opponent's just gonna have their Dragon Queen Alexstrasza or like their Winged Guardian, and this is just gonna,
Exactly.
these stupid idiots are just gonna run into them, and then you might kill your opponent's Winged Guardian. And then you're just a
Exactly.
moron.
Like, like,
No. This
like those
card
are
is-
game winning cards. This is not.
At 10 mana, I'm looking for Ultimate Infestation. This is not that.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Nothing will ever be, but
no.
I can hope.
You can
I'm
at
gonna
least
give this-
hope for something better than
I'm
this.
gonna give this 1 star with the caveat of this doesn't fit into like the meta at all right now. So like there are places and metas where I could see this card being played. So in
Like,
a year's time, if there's
yeah.
a deck that cares about this kind of effect, this does a
If this
lot.
was printed in Rostacon's Rumble, it would have been good.
Oh
This
my
does-
god, I
this
shudder
does a
to
lot.
think.
This card does quite a bit to the board. It's just right now at turn 10, you can expect this to do nothing. So
Yeah.
1 star for now.
Well, it's bad when it either does nothing like 80% of the time or it just kills your opponent.
Right.
Yeah.
Those aren't the sort of
So-
cards you want to play.
Yeah.
Hunter is looking to get back to its mid-range roots this set. Looks pretty nice. A lot of good, powerful adds to Singleton Hunter. It's definitely a class to keep an eye on.
Looks cool.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so excited for Mage.
All
I'm
right.
always excited for Mage,
Yeah,
Next
especially
class.
now.
All right.
Yeah, you are. You've always been a fan.
So
There are some hitters though.
yeah, this. So
I'm the most excited for this one.
you want to
Good lord.
go off in it then. Have fun with it. It's yours.
Yeah. So
Goodness.
Evocation is a 1-mana legendary spell. Fill your hand with random mage spells at the end of turn, discard them. This seems nuts.
It's better
Like-
Solarium.
Yeah, this seems insane. For
It's
1 mana,
worth,
you're quote unquote drawing
like,
probably
up to 9.
6 or 7 cards.
Yeah.
And
And chances are you can play 2 to 3 of them minimum if you want. Or you
mage,
can just
mage
get a
spells are just good enough that I think you'll find something that helps you deal with whatever problem you're casting a
playing
spell
this.
in response to.
Yes, it's worth knowing. Mountain Giant is Hall of Famed as well as Twilight Drake. So
It is.
Wait, Twilight Drake
that's
was-
probably because of this.
Twilight
Is
Drake was
Twilight
off?
Drake gone?
I'm fairly certain it is. Let me check.
Hold on. Hearthstone Hall of Fame 2020. Leroy Mountain Giant MCT Acolyte of Pain Spellbreaker. Nope.
Oh, okay, it's still in. Synergies with Twilight Drake.
So
So-
here's
It's true.
call me crazy. Here's what I want to do with this card. I want to play 2 Sorcerer's Apprentices on turn 4, cast
Okay.
Invocation, and then just like
Just-
spew.
Just
Is it
I-
time for Miracle Mage to become a thing again?
fire your Antonitis fireballs.
Yeah.
Yep. This is also really good with Elemental Evocation into Mana Cyclone.
The main thing I'm excited about this for is in Wild, this is so disgusting that I will be surprised if Quest Mage doesn't get like severely nerfed.
Yeah, I've seen.
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's been pretty.
It's already a tier 0 deck,
Huh.
and with this card, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that sounds. Good.
I think they might just have to remove the Mage Quest from existence.
They probably should. Time Walk is not a fun card.
No.
But that
Really
won't stop
isn't.
me from playing it.
And
So,
I will
what,
avoid Wild for that reason.
So what is Evocation? Is it 5 or is it 4?
It's
I think
5.
it's 4. It's good, but I don't know if it has a home right now.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
no way it doesn't get played. You're seriously not telling me this.
Oh, I'm playing it in Wild 100%, but I
I'm
don't
playing
know
this in standard. Like Solarium is getting played and fucking in terrible control decks.
Well, Solarian seems insanely good, but we'll
Singleton,
come to that when we come to it.
Yeah, Singleton Mage
No, that's-
is one of the
that's-
better decks right now, and this is a must include in that deck.
It is losing Lunas, which is a lot of its power, but
That's
You kinda
true.
Retool the deck because it's.
I think there's a world where this sees play in that deck, though, definitely.
So
I'm-
4
I'm excited
It
to
has
see
to.
what it does. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just wanna spew with any cost reduction I can with this card. So
Yeah, cost reduction will be nasty.
card sweet.
5 stars in my opinion, 4 stars for the
4 to
others.
5. Alrighty.
Here we
Font
go.
of Power. Holy moly. 1 mana, discover a mage minion. If your deck has no minions, keep all 3. So, they're going with a Spell Mage, which, yeah, holy cow.
I'm not sure about this card. It's definitely powerful, but the like build around is difficult in the current mage climate and with these cards printed.
I would agree. Right now, and judging from the card reveal stream, there's just not the support for this archetype, I don't think.
Something to look out for next expansion, maybe.
Which is sad, but there may come a day.
This card isn't crazy, but it's 1 mana, draw 3 cards. Even if they're random mage minions. Mage minions are relatively good. Not
But the deck building restriction is what worries me.
Yeah.
true, but we'll get to a card. So I'm gonna call this card 3 stars, but with the caveat of, well, I kind of want to call it 4 stars because
It's 4 stars with the caveat of if the deck works, and it's 1 star if without.
Yeah. So
I don't have faith in the current stable of spells to get it there.
Me either, even with the cards you're about to
I
say.
am optimistic, so we'll see.
Okay.
We shall see.
So like anywhere from 4 to 1 stars. So next card is Apexis Smuggler. So it's a 2 mana 2/3. After you play a secret, discover a spell. Wow.
This looks really good for the Highlander deck.
Yeah.
If it can go
really good.
More of a secret package.
More of a
Good.
secret package, which got support in Old Doom, so
Yeah.
Yep.
who knows?
Good in Wild Secret Mage.
Kinda.
Anyone wants it.
I don't.
I've played a lot of that deck, and I don't think you
This is
want to be
aggressive
playing this
enough.
instead of your other 2-drops. Yeah.
You know that's fair. There is some really powerful 2-drops there. So
This does not go face, so
you know that's fair.
Apexis Smuggler. I kind of want to give it 4 stars. I think it just.
I'm gonna give it 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say 3 as well.
It just opens up
Yeah.
a lot of like avenues for the secret package, which I think is fairly powerful. 3 stars.
It's
That's fair.
exciting. It's exciting for the possibility of Highlander.
I
Yeah.
agree. All right.
Next card.
Astromancer Solarian. All right. So
This card's nutty.
So we have 2 mana 3/2, spell damage +1, death rattle, shuffle Solarian Prime into your deck. All right. So on the front side, that's a reasonable card.
Yeah.
It's like a
There's something worth noting that spell damage is actually looking pretty good in Mage in recent months. Standard set currently. A lot of effects like Shooting Star, which is actually rotating, right? Feels bad.
Yeah.
But I still think spell damage will be pretty decent in Mage coming up, so always something to look out for.
But the back end is where it's at.
Yeah. So
Oh,
Solarian-
yeah.
I kind of buried the lead here. Solarian Prime, 7 mana 7/7. It's a demon, spell damage +1, battle cry, casts 5 random mage spells, targets enemies if possible.
Oh yeah, it is.
I
It's
imagine.
dog light hours here.
I imagine in most, like 9 cases out of 10, this is just a one-sided board clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That like sometimes pyro.
that has a
blasts are
7/7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
this is-
the rolls are so good on this. I think it's.
This is
Yeah.
an incredible card for Highlander Mage, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
So this is where I'm like, all right, maybe we can take some of those expensive cards and just move the curve of the deck down some.
Yeah.
To get away from Lunas, and then you end up with finishers like Solarian Prime. So
Yeah,
I think this-
and you still have your Dragon Queen Alexstrasza's and your Zephrys or whatever.
because like Reno, Dragon Queen, Alexstrasza, and Zephrys, those cards are kind of akin to like treasures. Like
Yeah.
single player cards, right? Like they're really broken, but they have the caveat of like you have to like work for it, like you have to do something for them. And so Solarian Prime, you have to work for your treasure, but like in a different way than those cards. But I think giving you 4, quote unquote treasures for your deck is it's just exactly the kind of gameplay style that those like mid-rangey decks
Singleton
look.
decks look for. Yeah,
I will be playing this deck come standard.
Yeah, 5
I'm not
stars.
sure if I'll get around to it, but I'm excited about the
I'll be playing
prospect.
Mage. 5 stars. This card's sweet.
Yeah.
4 stars.
What?
Just because I don't think Mage is going to be super great, but
Okay. I can see that.
we will see.
All right.
Next card.
Incanter's Flow. 2 mana. Reduce the cost of spells in your deck by 1.
Holy fucking shit.
Is it Miracle Mage Hours?
I think Miracle Mage is going to make a comeback. And I'm here for it.
This is pretty powerful.
It's sort of a pseudo wild growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you have all spells in your deck.
Well,
Then it's
you would have to
wild
run.
growth.
You'd have to run some pretty shifty spells, but you know.
Well, what if they cost 0?
Well, the joke's on me, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Have
You
fun
could-
playing at the rank 15 floor, I guess.
It's gonna
You
be
could
great.
feasibly make half of your deck 0 cost with this card and then run Auctioneer and Questing Adventurer and not be sad with that deck.
Then you have to play the quest.
Which quest?
Any. I guess Learn Draconic's not bad. I recant my previous
Questing
statement.
Adventurer is the 2 mana or the 3 mana 2/2 that grows in size when you play cards.
Oh, God, I was thinking of Licensed Adventurer.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, you.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm gonna try this deck. I don't know how good it is. Might not be good yet, but like this is dummy thick. Like,
Oh
if
yeah,
your
this
deck is
this
all-
archetype.
If your deck is all spells, like they just need a few more spells for it to like be pushed over the edge.
I
Yeah,
might.
next expansion, if this sees any support, it'll probably be a deck.
I would be more optimistic about it if it hit the stuff in your hand too, but as it stands, I don't think Mage has the spells for this to work.
That's fair.
I could see that. But also,
Maybe I'll be
This whole-
pleasantly surprised
I'll give
and
this
be
whole
playing a
archetype
fun
5
Mage
stars,
deck.
but we'll see.
We shall see.
It's like, I don't know, the package, like anything that talks about this having all spells in your deck, you kind of have to evaluate them together because they don't go anywhere else. So either it's a deck or it's not. So
Yeah. Speaking of which, it confuses me why they're like pushing this archetype when they print the next card. 2 mana 3/1, Death Rattle, draw a spell. Like, it's a minion, so you can't play it in your pure spell deck, but also it's a spell tutor
I think it's just a
or like a
tempo mage
spell
deck.
cycle. But yeah, but like they're half pushing like spell mage. Like,
It's like Loot Hoarder, but better.
it is loot hoarder, but better. I don't know. I just like they're pushing pure spell mage and then also not. It's really strange. I don't like it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if it
I
has a
still
home.
think that card's really good.
I don't know.
I just don't think pure spell mage is going to be it.
Card seems sweet. This seems like a 3-star card.
4-star.
Sure. I'll go with 3.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Next is Imprisoned Observer. So it's a 3-mana 4/5 demon. It has dormant for 2 turns. When it awakens, it deals 2 damage to all enemy minions.
3 mana 4/5 Battlecry cast Consecrate. I'm down.
This seems really efficient.
Yeah, it's incredibly
Yeah.
efficient. I
And
guess the
it,
question is like the question that I can't really answer about these cards is how bad is dormant?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like how bad is how bad is waiting? If you play
I
this
think-
on turn 3, it'll do what you want it to do. But later on, it won't. So I'm not really sure.
I think, and having played too much Highlander Mage for my own sanity, that this card is what that deck needs right now.
I agree. That's what I think. I think this goes into Highlander Mage and it doesn't really do much else, but it's still
Because-
a powerful card.
Either you play it early in the game and it's like a board clear against the aggro decks that are troublesome, or you draw it late game and you don't really care because you're playing Dragon Queen Alexstrasza.
Right. So,
Yeah.
3 stars?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kind of
3
niche.
stars.
Like, it's kind of niche, so
I think it's cool. I'll give it a shot, but 3 stars seems right.
yeah.
Yeah, 3 stars.
All right. Netherwind Portal. So it's a 3-mana secret. After your opponent casts a spell, summon a random 4-cost minion.
It seems like a decent secret.
Yeah.
It's
An alright secret.
fine. I'm not super excited about it, just because it's not like if they attack your hero or something that ubiquitous.
Well, the
or-
the condition's easy enough, I think.
yeah, I want to compare it to the like Wandering Monster.
Yeah?
But like
Yeah.
the jump from 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 is less significant, and your dude being attacked compared to your opponent casting a spell is a bit easier. So I'm saying it's a little worse than Wandering Monster, which isn't. Wandering Monster was pretty powerful, so I think this is a playable secret. I don't think you'll want more than one of it, honestly. Just
Yeah.
because you don't want to it's something that's just not going to happen a lot, but you'll put it into your secret decks. I think it's like a 3-star card. It'll
I
help.
think if
Yeah.
if Highlander Mage goes the more secret route, this will be in it.
Yeah.
But I'm not positive that's what that deck will look like.
Yep.
All right.
Next
cool. So
card.
3 stars. So,
Bad in Secret Mage and Wild deck. I can tell you that much.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, that's terrible.
So we have Firelands Portal. 5 stars. Next card.
Uh-huh.
So, Apexis Blast, 5 mana, deal 5 damage. If your deck has no minions, summon a random 5-cost minion. So it's
So Firelands Portal, but in a trash can deck.
in a deck that needs a little bit of creativity to come to fruition.
This card itself is obviously 5 stars, but in the deck archetype, it's only going to be like 3% or 3 stars because
So
3% of players are going to play it and lose.
Basically, this card is like kind of the biggest payoff for this spell deck, for this all spell deck. So the question is Firelands Portal reduced by 2
No.
mana good enough to carry a deck?
The
No,
answer's no.
especially because Firelands Portal in this climate of the meta wouldn't even be broken.
So
I don't think the card pool is big enough to support this archetype yet.
I
Yeah.
I hope it gets better, and I will be trying it as soon as I possibly can.
So, X star we'll see in the future.
I'm gonna give it 1 for this expansion.
All right,
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give it 5, so this will be our most contentious card rating.
Sure.
All right.
8 mana spell.
All right. So the next one, Deep Freeze, 8 mana. Freeze an enemy. Summon 2, 3, 6 water elementals.
2 slow, cool effect.
It's like
3 stars.
it's trying
It's
to it's trying to be the token minions for the spell deck, but it's 8 mana, so it's like, oh,
yeah,
they
so it's
forgot.
bad.
Yeah. It's like worse
It's
than
power
creation.
of creation. Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to give this 1 star. Like,
Yeah, it's 1 star.
it's just kind of a trash can spell. It's way too expensive, and it doesn't really do much.
If there were more mage spells for the all mage deck, then this would be fine, and it would be in that deck almost certainly. But no, it's
Yeah.
it's too slow as it is, and it's not enough of an upside to want to not run minions at all.
Yeah.
Don't disenchant it. Next expansion, it could be better.
All right.
moving on.
So, mage seems
It gets some interesting stuff.
yeah, they're trying to do something new. So basically, I'm excited for Highlander Mage, and I'm really excited for the bad deck, which is Spell Mage. So
I don't think they'll have a tier 1 deck in the coming expansion. That's all I will say.
alrighty. Next is Paladin. Let's see what your boy gets. All right.
Paladin gets some cool stuff.
We'll start with Imprisoned
Yes.
Sungill. It's not this one.
Not this
No.
one. Yeah.
So, 1 mana, 2/1, dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, summon 2 1/1 Murlocs.
Garbage. Awful. 0 stars. Moving on.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Terrible. Dust.
That
20
bad
dust
card.
is worth it.
This is 1 star. I never play this in a million years. I barely pay 2 mana for this, or I barely pay 2 mana if it wasn't dormant. So like,
Yeah,
I don't know, bad.
it's bad.
All right, next card, Aldor Attendant. So
Oh, we sort of got to group
kind
these
of have
all
to,
together.
talk about these. So there's a set of cards in this set called Librams. So there are 3 Libram spells: Libram of Wisdom, Libram of Justice, and Libram of Hope. And
Let's say their effects.
yeah, I'll go through them here in just a second. I just want to explain the archetype. So
Okay.
there's Aldor Attendant and Aldor Truthseeker as minions that reduce the cost of the Librams. So I'll go into the Librams here because the minions are pretty... Or I'll go to the minions because the minions are simple. So Aldor Attendant, 2 mana, 2/3, Battlecry, reduce the cost of your Librams by 1 this game. Okay. And this is all Librams you play, so if you like generate them, like it doesn't just like make... So if they're like in your hand or in your deck, any Libram that you just have access to, they just keep getting the cost reductions. So Aldor Truthseeker is a 5 mana 4/6 with Taunt. Battlecry, reduce the cost of your Librams by 2 this game. So these are basically 2 like neutrally statted minions. They're fine. They're not. I played a lot of River Crocolisks in Rogue, so. So we'll start with Libram of Wisdom. So it's 2 mana, give a minion +1/+1, and Death Rattle, add a Libram of Wisdom spell to your hand. So it's kind of like Explorer's Hat, except it's a Libram.
Yep.
So the card's not great on its own, but whenever it costs 0 mana, it's kind of cool. There's Libram of Justice. Equip an Overdue Justice. Huh. Weird. It's not a Lights Justice. Anyway, equip a 1/4 weapon. Change the health of all enemy minions to 1. Which at 6 mana, it's kind of like really expensive.
Is bad.
Assassinate, like you just kind of take face damage, but you also like, if you have small stuff like Silverhand Recruits, it just like lets you trade.
I think with all the token stuff that Paladin's doing, this is a good effect.
I think Libram of Justice is just a powerful card. I don't even mind
It's a powerful card. I wouldn't pay 6 mana to play it, but obviously that's the caveat of Librams.
Yeah, I mean, Equality is 4 mana, so
yeah.
This gives me a 1/4 weapon, so like...
If it's discounted... If it's discounted by 1, it's really efficient.
I'm happy with it, and if it's discounted
Lights,
by
Justice,
more...
and Equality.
Right. So Libram of Justice is a really powerful card, and then there's Libram of Hope.
This is insane.
So it's 9 mana, restore 8 health, summon an 8/8 Guardian with Taunt and Divine Shield. So talk about stabilization.
And then
yeah,
you gotta talk Lady Liadrin after this too.
So,
yeah.
So Lady Liadrin, it's a 7 mana 4/6 Battlecry. Add a copy of each spell you cast on friendly characters this game to your hand. So
yes,
you discount your Librams. Libram of Wisdom targets your minions, and so does Libram of Hope. So Libram of Hope is going to target yourself with the heal, and then you get an 8/8. Say you can do this reasonably on turn 6 if you've played 1 Aldor Attendant and Aldor Truthseeker, and you can keep like discounting these. So by the end of the game, you can get 2 Libram of Hopes back with Lady Liadrin that can be like 3 mana.
Like like 3 to 6 mana somewhere in there.
And Libram of Wisdoms, they keep coming back, so the more Libram of Wisdoms that you use during the game, you can just fill your hand with a bunch of Libram of Wisdoms, so like every single or whenever you play Lady Liadrin for the rest of the game, you just get like a Blessing of Kings on every single one of your minions.
Yeah, and they're free because you've discounted them.
For free.
So this whole combo I feel like will be pretty good in pure Paladin.
Yeah.
It will set it up to where they can have an aggressive early game like they do, but then late game they can just have infinite freaking value.
Well, pure Paladin sort of been having trouble escaping the low tier 2 status it's been in.
Yeah.
But with these Librams, I think this is what they needed to also, make that archetype work.
Also, you can get Lady Liadrin off of your
7 mana 7/7, as well as any Libram.
Right. So
all true.
I think this package is 4 stars. Like this just
4 stars package, yeah.
Really powerful. I've heard people say like Aldor Attendant's too bad to play, but like it's a 2 mana 2/3 stat line isn't that embarrassing if it's something that greases the wheels of your deck, and I think I'm
Yeah.
happy with all of the effects here. Like, Libram of Justice is just, like, it's so powerful if you get it to,
Yeah.
like, say 3
I
mana.
could see leaving out the Aldor Attendant Libram of Wisdom out of this package and just running the Aldor Truthseeker and Libram of Justice, Libram of Hope. Because although Libram of Wisdom sets up the infinite value late game, it fills up your hand pretty big with Lady Leodrin, and sometimes you can't get some of the more spells. Like depending on how many times you played it, and decide like what's in your hand, you may like miss a Blessing of Kings or whatever instead of Libram of Wisdom, and there's all that kind of craziness, as well as it'll smooth out the transition into this comp a little, or this deck a little bit from early to mid game without those cards. But at the same time, they're powerful and they can still work.
Yeah.
This makes me excited to play Paladin again after like
It really
2
does.
years of not touching the class because it's been weird and bad.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, I spent 3,000 dust over the last year trying to make Paladin work, and it was
now
a
you're
mistake.
gonna get paid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the Libram package it's 4, and I want it to be 5. Regardless
Yeah.
of the Libram package, Lady Leodrin's a 5-star card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lady Leodrin is ballistic.
Yes, very good. Also, art is 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
She's
it's
crazy.
Freaking
Yeah.
fantastic. I think she's a cool WoW character or something. She has a hero.
She really
The
is.
flavor text is really good.
Oh. Oh, that's really funny. Alright, so next here, we have Hand of a Doll.
This
Is this
is
5 stars?
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
It's so good. So it's a 2
I'd say
It's-
so.
Give a minion +2/+2, draw a card.
It's
What-
literally Power Word Shield, but for Paladin and better.
and better. It's like Mark of Yasiraj, but
It is Mark of
But
Yasha.
Yeah, it is just better.
better.
And in a class that can use it better.
Yeah, I don't know. This card's insane. This card's absurd.
5 stars, 100%.
It's
No
Yeah.
more question.
You get it back with
Great.
Lady Leodrin. It's exactly what Paladin wants and needs.
Probably
Yeah.
the best card this class is getting, and it's a common.
It's common.
Yeah.
It goes well with the other cards too, which is fantastic. So anyway, next is
5 stars, next card.
Murgur Murgurgle. Murgur
Nice.
Murgurgle is a 2-mana 2/1 Murloc. Has Divine Shield and Death Rattle. Shuffle Murgurgle Prime into your deck. Okay, 2-mana 2/1 Divine Shield is fine. It's a tutor.
Yeah.
You'll play it.
Yeah, in your Murloc deck, of course.
We don't
Ah,
want to
I
talk
guess.
about that. Murgurgle Prime. It's an 8-mana 6/3 Murloc with Divine Shield. You Battlecry, summon 4 random Murlocs. Give them Divine Shield.
So, when we were talking about Saviors of Uldum, we talked a lot about how the Murlocs were weird and out of place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is starting to make things make a little more sense.
But also not really.
Yeah, so like, here's the thing. There's one Murloc here. Murgurgle.
Mm-hmm.
Murgurgle's pretty like good. On its face, it's a fine 2-drop, and on its backside, it literally fills your board with stuff that like can't die to AOE damage, which is
Yeah.
I think
Which is
Murgurgle
good.
Prime's fantastic, and it's honestly one of the better primes that we've seen.
Yeah,
so
I
far.
agree. I agree.
And I think that like
It
my
Won't
hope
be
is-
played in a Murloc deck.
Yeah, it's just like the Murloc cards are so bad. We'll see another one here in just a second, which is actually pretty good. But like there's no good like regular old Murlocs. Like the Sungill is just so alarmingly bad.
A Prison Sungill? Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't understand why
Like
it's
there's
Well-
some good Murloc stacks. It's just like
It wasn't too long ago that Murloc Paladin was like a tier 1, tier 2 deck.
I
And it
mean,
just-
yeah.
Basically just had the basic or the classic Murlocs.
I guess that's fair. It also had Divine Favor though.
Fine favor.
3 mana, draw as many cards as
Oh.
your opponent has.
true.
It did. No, I'm talking about the one.
Are you talking about the Ferret or not the Faurus one? The Tip the Scales one?
Yeah.
Oh,
That one was not a Murloc deck. That one was a
prismatic.
mistake from Blizzard.
That was that was Prismatic Lens.
Yeah. And Prismatic Lens is rotating.
That is rotating.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that.
So-
That was more of a combo deck.
That wasn't a
Thin guys
Murloc
of a
deck.
Murloc
That was a draw Prismatic Lens or lose. Because Blizzard doesn't know what card design is.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Murder Murgurgle. I'm gonna say it's a 4-star card. I think you
Yes.
can put it into Paladin decks. It'll be fine. Don't
Yes.
care. Don't worry that it's a Murloc. Don't play Murlocs. They're bad.
Yes.
This is good.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Next
4-star.
Underlight Angling Rod. It's a weapon. It's a 3-mana 3/2 weapon. After your hero attacks, add a random Murloc to your hand.
Random Murlocs suck.
Hold on.
Fiery War Axe does not.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw Fiery War Axe played at 3 mana?
Well, Fiery War Axe plus a card is pretty good.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but also there's a lot of now more powerful Paladin cards to play instead of this one.
This controls the board early. Murlocs are early game stuff. It's like you get bodies. I mean,
It fills a nice hole in sort of the Paladin weapon sort of layout you have, because you got your 1 mana and you got your 4 mana, but this is a nice sort of in between that controls the board pretty nice.
There's a theory I have about
That's
playing
fair.
against Paladins, and a lot of, like, 90% of the time, unless I know it's a specific combo deck, I just want to make sure they never have a minion on board whenever I end the turn, because if I do, then they're gonna buff it and beat me in the face.
Yeah,
with it.
then
It's
they'll
just
be
kinda
able to
Paladin
do
thing.
stuff.
So
Which
you
is
so that's why the Paladin hero power is, like, pretty
Yeah.
threatening, because you just get stuff that can have buffs. Whereas, like, this just kind of makes it so you don't have to make crappy 2-mana 1/1 Silverhand recruits. You actually get
that's
a few real cards to fill in that gap.
and I understand that, but also like recently they've printed so many like token-esque cards that it's actually pretty difficult to clear Paladin boards right now with like the mech package they have and everything.
I guess also with the Sky thing. I'm gonna give this card 3 stars. I think it's pretty powerful, but
I'll give it 3. I don't know. I think that there's just going to be better Paladin cards to be playing in the coming set.
Yeah.
Or meta.
Fair.
So, and again, don't care that this has Murloc on it. That could say Silverhand Recruit for all I care, because Murlocs are bad.
I think you're sleeping on Murlocs, though. I'm gonna say it.
I'm willing to be proven wrong, but I will spit in their
I'm
face
not
when
willing
it's-
to be proven wrong. Fuck Murlocs. Murlocs are terrible. I hate playing against them when they're good, and when they're bad, I'm happy. So
I'm not saying I'm gonna enjoy it, but I think there's enough sort of catch-up stuff that they're adding to this Murloc deck that it could be something.
Imprisoned Sungill gives me the same as Tip the Scales did, but in like the opposite way of like, this is my payoff. Like the other one, I'm like, this is my payoff for Murlocs, and this is like, this is my payoff for Murlocs.
I'm not telling you to run Imprisoned Sungill. That'd be dumb.
yeah,
I'm just,
there are pretty decent Murlocs, but then they're also low cost, and Paladin has like 1 draw spell, and it is bad. Christology is rotating.
Librams are sweet. Hand of a Doll is sweet.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good cards here. So,
Yes, GG, go next. Paladin is something to look out for.
yeah. All right, Priest.
Oh boy.
Priest.
So we're gonna start with Imprisoned Homunculus. Imprisoned Homunculus is a 1-mana 2/5, dormant for 2 turns. Taunt. It's a demon.
I like this card.
This is what I
This-
want. out of
This
my
is
deck.
solid.
This is making Dormant good.
Yeah, this is what I want. It's really cheap. Comes down on turn 3 as a 2/5 with taunt. It's effective immediately because it has taunt. It's just gonna slow down a whole early aggro board almost by itself.
As well as it's like it makes sure, because Priest likes to buff their shit now.
They do.
They like to have tempo instead of what they did before, which was play Power Word Shield and get to late game.
So
So
yeah, I think
this is
a
good.
This is a good card to
Seems solid.
buff. 3
Mhm.
stars.
Yeah.
4 stars.
4 stars. I could see 4 stars. You kind of want this in almost every priest deck. It's powerful.
Not
Yeah.
res. Not res,
Not
but
res,
other than
but
that.
other ones, yeah.
Yeah, not res.
Alright.
God, I hate res priest. Anyways,
So do I. Next card, Reliquary of Souls.
1 mana, 1/3. I'm liking it already.
So it's a 1
I-
mana 1/3 with lifesteal. Death Rattles. Shuffle Reliquary Prime into your deck. So before I mention
Wait.
Reliquary Prime,
Why is this? This is a freaking Ice Crown Citadel boss.
Yeah.
Why is this in Ashes of Outland? I'm so
is this
confused.
a flavor?
I don't
is this
know.
a flavor fail?
Yeah.
All right.
These
so,
three.
Um.
Okay.
So. So Reliquary of Souls. Here's the thing. Before I read Reliquary Prime, the thing about this: 1 mana 1/3 with lifesteal. I'm like spitting out,
Pretty
I
nice.
am spitting out my drink over that.
Yeah.
That's
It is.
absurd. So this is one of them where the front half is good, is like the part you're playing the card for, and the back half is just kind of gravy, which we
Yeah.
haven't really seen out of these.
I'm gonna
reliquaries.
disagree heavily, but I'll wait till you get through Reliquary Prime to
Okay, Reliquary Prime.
say my piece.
It's a 7 mana 6/8 with taunt and lifesteal. Only you can target this with spells and hero powers. So I think Reliquary Prime, I mean, it's like really powerful. So, like you can take Reliquary Prime and you can just make a battleship out of it, and your opponent can't really do much about it. So Reliquary
Yeah.
Prime is just like incredibly obnoxious, like monster. So you can build around that. But honestly, I think Reliquary of Souls is just like a good, efficient 1/3 that you're gonna want in your like tempo priest decks. And then
Yeah, I think
Reliquary Prime is
both
just, like, upside.
cards further priest in its current archetype and are both really good for it. 7/8's a nice finisher, or 6/8, whatever it is, and then Reliquary is just a nice start because you can keep it on board too is the thing, and like make tempo out of it without needing the second half. And the second half is just a good draw when eventually they remove Reliquary of Souls.
So what's your disagreement? What's your beef here?
I have a hot take. This is probably the worst legendary in the set, in my opinion. I'm gonna say it.
Hold on.
Huh.
My question is, what deck do you want to play this in, and why?
So it's a 1 mana. So it's a 1 mana 1/3, right? So it's a dire.
huh.
So we
yeah.
agree that dire mole stats are good, right?
Yeah, depends on the deck, but sure.
Oh, you're not answering his question.
Hey, give him a break. So I'm saying that I'm not saying that this is a card that's like, my god, it's a legendary, because it's not like, it's not this insane legendary. I guess is not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying the base stat rate on this is above the curve. So
Oh yeah, he's asking what deck do you want this to be run in?
Yeah, what
And-
deck?
like a I don't know, like a buff priest, like a tempo priest, something like that.
Yeah, I have a feeling that there's going to be a tempo-esque priest that's looking to build a it's like, I guess it's a mid-range priest that needs a tempo board or tempo gameplay in order to reach mid-game payoffs.
My
Because
contention is that I don't think it's gonna be able to get there in a world
That's
of
fair.
demon hunters. I don't
you
think
know,
Tempo Priest is gonna be able to do it.
you have a point, and your point is made. It is a 3-star card because priest.
I think it's a 4-star card, and I think lackeys in priest. I think I don't know. I feel like
You're right.
That's a pretty powerful aspect to a tempo priest game. It hasn't worked in the past, but that's also because combo priest has just been always better than tempo priest, and there's a bunch of tempo priest cards that just haven't gotten to see the light of day, and I feel like have a chance out here. So
I'm
gonna say
willing
4
to
stars.
be wrong, but the back half folds hard against Galakron Direct, which is the best deck in the format and is losing exactly Ziliax and Snip Snap. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Which,
I'm not
to be
seeing it.
fair,
The thing
are
is-
good
the-
cards,
The
but
thing is, I am I'm here for the front half, and the back half's just gravy.
I'm just here to see Priest have a fun deck to play.
Well, good luck, because that ain't happening.
Because I think it'll be control priest all the way if priest.
I really hope that isn't the case.
Control
Anyways, next card. We're
Renew.
taking very long.
So Renew is a 1-mana spell. Restore 3 health. Discover a spell. My goodness gracious.
Yep,
This
it's
is
pretty good.
very powerful.
It seems strong. Yeah.
4 card
stars.
or 4-star
This
cycle.
This is just gonna do a lot in a lot of different priest decks, I think.
It's gonna be a must include in most priest decks / all priest decks because it's just versatile, good.
It just
cheap.
does what priest wants to do. Yeah.
I love
Exactly.
this card. It's pretty fantastic.
4
Yep.
stars.
It's also
Moving on.
It's also a way better way to do Power Word Shield.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, next card, Dragon Maw Sentinel. So it's a 2-mana 1/4 battle cry. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and lifesteal.
This is really good.
This is a good card.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically if you have a dragon, or if you want a dragon, you're gonna have one. It's 2-mana 2/4 with lifesteal. It keeps you away from all the like really aggressive decks that are just gonna bash your head in, because it's gonna require 2 attacks, and the lifesteal, you know, Demon Hunter can't like really attack this down without, you know.
Yes, it's very difficult to remove this on turn 2.
I think
and
if there's,
or
like,
turn
a
3.
dragon control deck, this is exactly the 2-drop you want, or even like a mid-range deck. So
Yeah, a dragon
stars.
mid-range I can see being a thing.
I think the card
Yeah.
is good. I don't think that the dragon package is quite there, although I'm willing to be wrong. So I called this card 3 stars, and it's one of the like better payoffs for the deck. Funny enough, it really it's kind of a glue that makes you get out of the early game without eating shit.
Fair.
So,
Fair enough. 4 stars.
what do you think, Patrick?
I'll say 3. I don't have much faith in a
In Dragon
sort of
Priest right now.
a faster priest, but I could be proven wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong about Reliquary of Souls. I'm not seeing it.
Fair enough. Alrighty,
Next card.
Sethic Veil Weaver. So it's a 2-mana 2/3. After you cast a spell on a minion, add a pre-spell to your hand. Yeah, so I like Lyra a lot,
Lyra's pretty good,
especially 2 mana.
and you can have 2 in your deck.
Also, this counts if you kill your opponent's stuff with removal spells.
Oh,
I
you're not
didn't-
wrong.
I didn't think about that. That's even better.
I think this card's really a really incredibly powerful build around, and in this kind of new world where we're buffing stuff, like say you play that card that heals something, right? You heal your minion, so you get a trade. You get to discover a spell, then you add a pre-spell to your hand. This makes me want to play Power Word Shield because I just like cycle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still get to cycle it, and it's for 0 mana. I'm in on this
Yeah.
card. I think it's 5 stars.
Yeah, I think this is going to push the priest archetype I'm looking to play.
Maybe Quest Zoo Priest will be a thing after all.
I'm hoping. Here is to hoping. Because that was my original hope for Saviors of Old Doom.
A man
That
can
did
dream.
not happen.
I want to give up.
No.
I feel so bad about that quest because every single time I play it, I'm like, wow, I wish I had another card in my hand. But anyway, Sethic Veil Weaver I think is a really fantastic card. It's incredibly powerful, and there will probably be some dumb stuff with it. So it's probably a 4-star card, but I want to give it 5 stars just because it looks super fun.
I'll say 4.
I'll say 4.
All right, cool. Next card, Apotheosis. 3 mana, give a minion +2/+3 and lifesteal. Wow, that's
Just an all-around good buff for your minion.
a really powerful
Yep.
buff.
Pushes the archetype I'm looking to see.
Yep. Still,
Also makes healing effects on it better, which priest has plentiful of.
I
Goes
think
really
it's
well
like
with the
I
quest.
think it's like a solid like 3-star card. It's nothing insane, but it fills a nice little role. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Good job, Apotheosis. All right, next one, Dragon Maw Overseer. 3 mana 2/2. At the end of your turn, give another friendly minion +2/+2.
I want this card to be good so bad.
The
Like,
high
so
roll,
bad.
the high roll for this card is Imprison Homunculus turn 1,
Yeah.
Dragon Maw Overseer turn 3.
Yeah.
Buff your imprisoned homunculus.
I wouldn't
for
even be
4/7.
upset with the 2/4 that gets +1 attack and lifesteal, and then this on 3, because that's a really good combo as well.
That's true. There might be enough sort of efficiently statted minions for this guy to see some play, but
So here's the thing about this card is that
I'm-
like it comes down. I mean, it's like a 3-mana 4/4 ish. It's most likely gonna die. If this ever doesn't die, you're getting away with murder. Like,
Yeah.
if your opponent
Yes.
can't clear this, like you'll just run away with the game. So if you can make this tempo priest sort of thing work, even if you buff a lackey, your opponent then has to contest a 3/3 and a 2/2, which you know isn't always an easy thing to do. So sometimes you just get your 3-drop air quotes for free because you get your 3-drop as uncontested like your lackey. So this card has really high ceiling and a really low floor.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
its
I'm gonna
floor
give it-
is extremely low.
I'm gonna give it 3 stars, but it could be the centerpiece of the of a deck.
I think it's 2 stars, but I'm hoping I'm wrong.
I'm gonna give it 3.
I'm giving it a hopeful 3. How's about that?
I'll take a hopeful 3.
Cool.
Sure.
Psyche split. So it's 5 mana. Give a minion +1/+2. Summon a copy of it.
I don't think this is it, Chief.
Imagine all the Cartoon defenders I can resurrect.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
Please don't say that.
This is so expensive. We've seen
No,
so,
yeah.
there's so many of this like copy, give a minion something and copy it. I'm not buying it here. I'm not buying. Wasn't buying it in Druid. Not buying it here. 1 star.
I wasn't buying it in Priest when they came out with that 5/5 that summoned itself.
It seems mediocre at best, yeah.
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 All right. 1 star. I don't like this effect. So.
Yeah.
Skeletal Dragon. Huh. Oh boy.
This is an effect I really like though.
Yeah, so it's a
Woo!
7 mana
Bone Drake is back and better than ever.
So it's a 7 mana 4/9 with taunt. It's a dragon. At the end of your turn, add a dragon to your hand. So
Imagine how many times I can resurrect this.
yeah. So
This is
this is obnoxious.
True.
This is really obnoxious. And by obnoxious, I mean fantastic. And I'm gonna be playing this card a lot in like Galakron rogue, like control rogue E decks. Like this says dragon on it, and it says add dragons to your hand. But like I don't. All the like low end dragon stuff is kind of bad. But like this is just like a sweet card. So I'm like.
it's also a dragon for your 2/4.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
play a control deck. Maybe the dragon package is just like, maybe the low end is just like the 2/4 and like a couple of the dragon board wipes, and that's all I have to deal with on the dragon end. And then like I have this at the top end where I just like draw a bunch of freaking dragons off of Galakron, which this is great to be in the Galakron pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 stars.
I like this card a lot for Control Priest of all stripes.
Also, this is one
Yeah.
of the most disgusting arena cards we've seen so far.
Oh yeah, it's
Gonna-
busted in Arena.
It's gonna come down, and if your opponent doesn't kill it, the game ends immediately. So that's pretty fun. Skeletal Dragon, 4 stars. I think this card's very sweet.
4 stars.
It's
I'm
like-
excited for it.
Yep,
Yeah.
4 stars.
Sweet. Next card, Soul Mirror.
I'm excited for this one too.
So 7 mana, summon copies of enemy minions. They attack their copies. So it's like Light Bomb, but you get
But with some
but you-
bonus stuff
you get
potentially.
you get their death rattles or just their stuff.
Yeah, sometimes they don't kill each other and you just have a mirror board to them because they spent all game going through your board clears and stuff and have finally turned the board and you're like, no, you haven't.
Yeah. This card's gonna be incredibly obnoxious. It's incredibly powerful. I kind of want to give it 5 stars. Like, it's just
Yeah, I think it's 5 star. It's just such a good effect, and there's almost
So-
never a point where you don't want to play it if you're
right,
thinking
like,
about
if
playing
you're ahead
it.
on board, you don't need to play it because you're already winning. And if you're behind
Yeah.
on board, this is gonna it's just gonna be a Light Bomb, but way better.
How's how's it Light Bomb but way better?
Because
I'm confused.
it's not killing your own stuff.
Oh yes, I see.
And
Okay.
so you can
Yes.
have like some semblance of a board. It doesn't kill your own stuff, and then if you don't kill their thing, then you get minions. So it's like
Yeah,
a light
here's-
bomb that like leaves.
Here's
you
why
with
it's so
carbon.
good is because your opponent spend all their resources to build the board, and you just spend a card to get the resources they have spent the game like using. You know,
Yeah, it's like a light bomb.
Yeah.
But if you don't kill their board, you end up with the same board they have. So
it
it's
is a
That's-
control's dream.
That's disgusting. You're right. Yeah. No, I was just thinking of it as like another good board clear.
Yeah, no, it's
But-
No,
No, it's
it
better
is.
than that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's this card's
More
ridiculous.
control priest. I'm ready for my 45-minute mirror matches.
I'm okay.
Oh god.
I'm okay with control priest for the first like month, and then I'm gonna curse it like control warrior. But we'll see.
Control warrior was a sin.
Yeah.
And this is why
maybe-
Cleric of Scales was not like the 2-mana discover a spell from your deck. They were planning on printing this card.
Soul mirror is 5 stars.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
5
fantastic.
stars.
Priest has. It's hard to evaluate priest because they're changing the class so much, but I like most of what's happening here. So,
It seems cool.
Yeah.
all right, next class is rogue.
Rogue gets some disgusting
Yeah,
cards.
so I think there are enough packages here to where we'll talk about the packages and not necessarily some of the individual cards. So I guess we'll start with the secret package. So the secret package includes 3 secrets, and then it looks like 2 cards that care about secrets. So we'll go over the secrets first. So rogues are getting secrets back, which I think is quite cool. First one is Ambush. So it's 2-mana secret. After your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/3 ambusher with poisonous. So it's kind of like a cobra. It's like a cobra trap.
It's
venom
exactly
trap.
snake trap, snakes, the hunter secret. I forgot what it is.
That triggers.
Venom,
this triggers on,
venom strike trap or
this
some shit
triggers
like
on
that.
Playing a minion instead of like an attack or something.
It's nothing to write home about, but it's, you know,
It fills
decent.
the secret
It's a
role.
good secret for Rogue. I feel like that's enough to write home about.
Yeah.
They're like,
No.
they finally did it, Mom.
Alright, so speaking of good secrets for Rogue, we have Bamboozle. So Bamboozle is a 2-mana secret for Rogue. When one of your minions is attacked, transform it into a random one that costs 3 more.
Whatever they paid the artist for this, they didn't pay him enough.
Yeah.
It's it's fantastic. It's so good. And you're gonna be laughing like the ogre is whenever your opponent like attacks. They go, well, I guess I gotta eat it, and then they attack your minion, and then you get a Yeti out of your 1/1 or whatever.
It seems good.
This card does a lot. It's quite a good secret. Last one
Yeah.
here, Dirty Tricks. 2-mana secret. After your opponent casts a spell, draw 2 cards.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's 2-mana, draw 2.
Remember when this was a paladin epic and they had to play 3 cards?
Yeah. It's I like this quite a bit. It's a good refill.
That's
So-
fantastic.
So something that's notable about this one is it can sit and play for a turn. Why would I want that? Well, Blackjack Stunner. It's a 1
Oh, yes.
2 with Battlecry. If you control a secret, return a minion to its owner's hand. It costs
That is a. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, so I hope so it's a 1-mana discount on sap that gets you a 1/2, and then it makes their minion cost an extra 2 mana.
It is
Just-
6 stars. That is a crayon card.
This
It's disgustingly
this card
good.
is going to be really if it just had the sap text, this card would be very good. And because it does it costs 2 more, is just such an aggressive start you can get with this secret package that just slams the door on your opponent. Like they just never get to play Hearthstone.
This
Yeah.
card is stupid.
It's
It can also target your own minions theoretically, so if you're in desperate need of another Kronk's trigger or something,
that's
it's
really
possible to do that, but no, just the regular sort of play pattern for this is horrifyingly good.
Also, if
Yeah.
anyone has anyone seen my Shadow Step lately? Because man, I like having this effect and just making my opponent never be able to play anything for the next couple turns. That's pretty
It's
cool.
so
Yeah.
good.
So this card's ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, we have Shadow Jeweler Hanar. 2 mana 1/5. Whenever after you play a secret, discover a secret from a different class.
Now this is a great stat line for this effect and
Yeah.
cost.
So,
Yeah, the 2 mana 1/5 stat line I like a lot.
So you're gonna play this. It's probably gonna live because your opponent can't kill a 1/5 on turn 2 or 3. You're gonna play your rogue secret. You're gonna discover a paladin secret because I imagine you get one of each of the classes based on what the
Yeah.
art looks like.
They confirmed it's one of each
Okay,
class.
so I get a paladin secret, I play that, then I discover a secret from one of the other classes. So it automatically draws me 2 cards, and it's a 2 mana 1/5. And if I ever play it in the late game with a secret, you're just like, all right, well I'm gonna play a bunch of secrets, and there is a good chance that your opponent, if like you can lock people out of games just by playing a bunch of mage secrets over and over, and like between like counter spells and spell shifters and stuff like that, your opponent might just never be able to kill this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It 5 stars. I don't know. It's the play pattern of like getting to having cards that like fuel itself, like Lyra-esque effects, is really good, and the fact that like you can always choose something, like you're always picking something, and you pick something that's cheap, and you can pick things that defend this card. I think this card's just messed up.
Yeah, it's very
gross.
good.
5 stars. Shadow
Yes.
Jordan is ridiculous. So there's the secret package. It I would say it's strong.
I would
Oh.
too.
Speaking of strong, there's a stealth package here, which is the rest of the cards, funny enough. So we'll start with Spy Mistress. So this is your basic stealth card. It's a 1 mana 3/1 with stealth, which is just a really good stat line.
Yeah.
It gets to attack, which
Yeah.
is great. Which is why we haven't liked all the 2/1s, but man, 3/1s that get to attack, oh, even better. So,
That's good.
this card's just really good on its own. Upgrade to Worgen Infiltrator.
Yep.
And then upgrade to this card. It's a 2 mana 2/3 Ash Tongue Slayer. So Battle Cry, give a stealth minion +3 in attack and immune this turn.
That seems strong.
Yeah, so if you play, use case for this, right? What you want to happen is you have a stealth minion, your opponent plays a big like taunt or something, and then you go, haha, it has +3 attack and immune, so you get your like dorky little stealth minion to kill their like huge thing just out of your 2/3 or your 2 mana play, which is really really strong tempo. What you're gonna do a lot of the time in the stealth deck is just like play your 1/3. Your opponent can't kill it. You play the Ash Tongue Slayer, and you just like crash into your opponent for 6 damage on turn 2, and you have 2/3 attack minions in play. And then you have Akama, which so it's a 3 mana 3/4 with stealth. Death Rattle, shuffle Akama Prime into your deck. So 3 mana 3/4 with stealth is a fine stat line. You're not excited about it, but you're not.
It's on curve.
It's on curve. Also, you do care about having reasonable stealth minions, and that's pretty good. That's like overstated for a stealth minion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akama Prime. It's a 6 mana
This card's
6/5,
funny.
and it's permanently stealthed.
Oh boy.
So
No one can ever target it for anything.
yeah. Talk about obnoxious. Like, this is gonna be really annoying to lose to.
Oh yeah, I can see myself just being hit over and over again with Comic Prime.
So you can give him immune. If you get him into play, he's going to be in play for a good while, and he goes along with these like stealth things. So, and then
He's also relatively efficient at 6 mana.
yeah, 6 mana 6/5 stealth, and just keeps being stealth. It basically means that he has 4 like health to work with. So
Yup.
he can board control and then smork. So yeah, it's really good. I think aggressive card. And then to finish off the stealth package, we have Greyheart Sage. It's a 3 mana 3/3 battle cry. If you control a stealth minion, draw 2 cards.
That seems nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really powerful. This stealth deck seems seems aggressive. I think you'll even want to play stuff like Worgen Infiltrator.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's an overkill stealth minion that's like a 3/5 and gives you armor or
It's
some shit like
Rosticon's
that.
Rumble.
That's
Oh, is that
Rastakhan stuff.
Rastakhan? Ah,
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know it's Rosticon's Rumble though because it's Rosticon's Rumble.
yeah, I figured it was like Saviors of Uldum
Yeah,
because it was like a mummy.
that was too normal of a minion to be in Rosticon's. But I think the cards in the stealth package are really strong. Oh, there's also this last one, which I guess it has stealth kind of, so I'll put it in the stealth package. 7 and a 7/5 Death Rattle. Summon a 7/5 Shadow with stealth.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Not super great, but it's alright.
Card isn't fantastic, but also it's 17/10 for
7 mana.
with half of it being
Half of it
stealth.
being stealth,
It's
which is
not
not bad.
The thing is, it's like it's not something that Rogue wants, but like, good lord, that's just a big block of stats.
It hadn't really occurred to me how bonkers the last set was until you said, yeah it's a 7 mana 14/10 with half stealth. Okay.
Yeah, like,
It's not really what Rogue wants, funnily enough, because Galakrond exists, but
I mean,
it's pretty good.
whenever you play Galakrond for 7 mana, you get a sprint that gives you a 5/2 weapon, gains you 5 armor, and oh, by the way, it gives you like a 20 mana discount on spells. Your 7 mana 14/10, half of which is stealth, looks a little bleak in comparison.
Yeah.
So,
My god, last set was...
I think this card itself is, I think, a 1-star card. It's just huge stats for like
it's
kind of
pack
nothing.
filler. Good in
which is-
arena.
which is sort of a shame because the card is kind of ballistically statted, but those minions exist now. Anyway, back to the stealth package. I think it's a little too, like, it's not quite robust enough.
I would agree.
I
Yeah.
think that you can't. I don't think it. I think it fits more into like a straight up aggro deck than like the Galakrond deck. Whereas I think
Yes.
that this secret package can fit better into existing rogue decks.
Yeah.
So the stealth.
Sadly, none of this is even nearly as good as Singleton Galakrond Rogue, but... And those cards aren't rotating.
I think that the secret package can.
Yeah, I think the secret package finds its way into Galakrond Rogue.
I think you can just play a secret Galakrond rogue and not
I guess.
not do the Highlander stuff.
Maybe you could still find a way to do Highlander with it.
It's possible. I mean, Shadow Jewel
I-
Hanar is dumb, but
I think the non-Highlander has a higher than the Highlander version of that deck, but
Yeah.
I could be
I
wrong.
think so too.
Mhm.
Rogue just has some really good cards though. But Ash
Rogue
Yeah.
is powerful.
Like Ash Tongue Slayer, Greyheart Sage, and Spy Mistress are all ballistic. If this archetype gets almost any more support, I think this just goes into kind of an aggro like stealth deck.
I
That's
think-
fair.
Come to think of it, with cards like Waggle Pick, maybe this could do something.
I guess if you're
Yeah.
if you're just repeating the stealth like stuff, right?
I like Shade of Akama becoming like is just really good. Or what is it, Akama Prime? Well,
So I'll have to look at standard cards that say stealth on them and then see what floats my boat. So
yeah.
it's a really powerful package. I'm gonna give it 2 stars for now, the stealth package, because I don't think it has a home yet. But with the caveat of like, if it has 2 more support cards, it could just be like an absurd aggro deck and be like 4 to 5 stars.
Yeah.
And then I think the secret package is 5 stars. The cards are ballistic.
Yeah.
So, Rogue got some tools, yo.
It got some good stuff, and in one of the best classes already.
Yeah.
Oof.
So, here we go. Shaman. Remember last time we talked about a class and it was Shaman, and
Yeah.
the class got a crayon.
Oh yeah.
And we were completely right, and they nerfed it into the floor.
Yeah, we were correct, and then they trash canned the class. So
Yeah.
Shaman is literally unplayable right now,
yeah,
but
let's
whatever.
Let's see what's going on here.
Not much.
Bogs. Okay, so first one is Bogstrock Clacker. Those aren't words. It's a 3/3. Turns random minions that cost 1 more.
Not bad.
Huh.
It's a good effect. Just
Evolve effects in general are fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to
s-
really push the class forward, but
And
it's a step in the right direction.
we still have the 0 mana 3/4.
Yeah.
What 0 mana 3/4?
What's it called?
Flesh Shaper.
Mogu Flesh Shaper.
So
Right.
I think this
Well,
could see play potentially in some of the like aggressive decks just to like beef up
yeah.
your early like aggro board with your lackeys and stuff.
The flavor
Yeah.
text gets 5 stars for sure.
This clackers crackers for hacking slackers into whack attackers. That being said, now that I look at this card, think about it, I would be hard pressed giving it more than 2 stars, if not 1 star.
uh, I'd give it 2.
I give it 2 stars.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's a home for it.
It's unlikely
Yeah.
that it'll see play, but it's not a bad card. You're gonna
Now
want
this
to-
next one.
This next one. All right. So we have Lady Vasage.
Vash.
Vash.
Oh god.
Yes.
All right. We have Lady Vash. So
Like
it's
Captain Vash.
Oh, I see.
Whatever.
3 mana, 4/3 spell damage +1. Death Rattle. Shuffle Vash Prime into your deck. That's a fine stat line.
I personally think this is the worst prime printed.
I think you're crazy, but
Alright, so Vosh Prime. I haven't read Vosh Prime yet, so let's see.
well, read it.
So it's a 7 mana 5/4, spell damage +1, Battlecry draw 3 spells, reduce their cost by 3. Huh. So why is a -2 mana 5/4 with spell damage +1 that draws 3 cards bad, Disward?
Because they're shaman cards.
I think this is just a good enough effect that there's enough decent shaman cards
I mean,
that
I guess
become really strong when reduced by 3.
yeah.
You know that like dragon that we said is going to be busted because it's like
The
4/7 or whatever.
4/7 or 5/7 or whatever.
Yeah.
4 mana
Yeah.
5/7.
4
Now-
mana
now
5/7.
I can just like get that. I don't know. I feel like that could go into this like spell damage, like spell shaman deck or something like that.
I mean, I guess I just like their shaman spells currently aren't great. They have some good shaman spells, but it's just like compare that to Rogue Galakron or like a Wondrous Wand or like all of these effects that were printed last expansion and some of them this expansion. It's just like it doesn't stack up as a finisher.
Well, it feels like a Wondrous Wand.
Yeah, it is
Kind
a
of.
Wondrous Wand-esque. Like,
But with shaman spells. That's the thing that's getting me. I just don't think shaman spells impact the board enough.
this is.
I think if there's a shaman
Earthquake
deck,
is best case, but
I'm gonna call.
if
this
there's a
four-star.
shaman deck, this is going to be in it.
yeah, of course, no question.
I'll
It
call
is
this a
one of the
4-star
most.
card.
I'm calling it a 3-star.
I think Lady Vosh here, like the starting stat line's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the Vosh Prime is kind of dumb. So
Yeah, I think it's very strong.
all right, I'm gonna say 4. So
I'm gonna say 4 as well.
3 to 4. All right, March Spawn, 3 mana 3/4. Battlecry. If you cast a spell last turn, discover a spell.
This is pretty good.
That's sweet.
That seems fine.
Goes in pretty nice like Storm's Wrath, aggressive, tokenish shaman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of these cards are multifaceted, and a lot of the shaman cards are like powerful, but like since being nerfed, clearly they're not like the ballistic dumb stuff they were. I mean, a lot of that was just Galakron being
Yeah.
Yes.
Galakrond,
8/8 tribal. And it is important to note that like,
Shudderwalk is rotating.
Shudderwalk's rotating, so Shaman kind of has to breathe a new set of life here. So it's
Yeah.
I think for Shaman, we're just gonna have to see new decks, not pre-existing decks. And I think
Yes.
that's just a really powerful stat line. Like 3 mana 3
It-
4.
It is for sure.
Draw. That's good.
It's
So-
good.
It is. It's important to note Shaman does have Battlecry synergies still with the quest and whatnot. So a card like this furthers that as well.
think this is a really powerful card.
Yeah.
I like it. I
4
like it a lot.
stars?
I like
Yeah.
it too.
Is it 4
I'm
stars?
still gonna give it 3 stars because I don't think Shaman's just gonna make it this expansion. I just don't believe.
If Shaman's
I
good,
like
it's
the
4 stars.
I like the next card a lot too.
Alright, let's go to the
Me
next
too.
card then. Oh, man. I love a Firelands Portal as much as the next guy. Alright, so 3 mana, Serpent Shrine Portal. It's a spell. Deal 3 damage, summon a random 3-cost minion. Overload 1. This card's absurd. It's 5 stars. It is.
Maelstrom Portal was played forever.
It was.
And that's
And this isn't going to be any different. If Shaman is being played, so is this card. 5
this
stars.
card's redonkulous. It's
This
so,
is the
This will
sort of
make Shaman.
yeah, it's so disgusting. It's
it's the sort of card that Shaman really needs right now.
Yes.
we were talking about Flanking Strike earlier, like how could they make a card better than Flanking Strike?
They've done it.
Yeah, this is actually a very similar card to Flanking Strike.
Flanking
terms of
Strike
power.
Plus.
So 5 stars, not much to say.
Yeah.
This card's ballistic. It's
Yes.
absurd.
Good.
Also really good with a turn 4 Marsh Spawn.
All right,
The next card just confuses me.
I don't get it.
I like it personally.
All right, I like it. Okay, 3 mana. It's a Totemic Reflection. Give them maybe +2/+2. If it's a totem, summon a copy of it. So there's.
I feel like someone developed a package of totem cards and they just like spread them out for the past like 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I
Like someone 3 years ago was like, "Hey, I've got this totem set," and like Ben Brode was like, "Nice, we're gonna take these 3 cards and put them in the next year. We'll
Yeah,
save those
exactly.
for later."
Ben Brode was just like, all right, well, the basic hero power makes a totem, so like every single set you can use totem synergy cards. It's perfect. Yeah,
Keep the dream
I
alive.
see, like, the problem is they give us one of these every single set, and
I
it's
know.
never enough. Like,
Don't
this
understand.
card's really powerful, but I just don't have any totems to care about. Like, there's the
Yeah.
there's the Evil Totem. Evil Totem's absurd. If you ever use this on Evil Totem, you
Oh.
can't possibly lose the game. So
Oh.
I have a like a theory about Evil Totem, is that if you
Mhm.
play an Evil Totem on turn 2 or point it out on turn 1, and your opponent can't kill it, you will never lose the game. It's not quite true, but it's true like 90% of the time.
It's very close to being true.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
so if you ever get this on an Evil Totem, you
Very similar to Quest Druid and Crystal Merchant.
yeah, you just literally can't lose.
Yeah.
So, but like, what am I doing if I'm trying to like?
It's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
It's 1
it
star.
could be very powerful, but it could also just not be
So
anything.
there's like all this stuff that like copies totems, and like there's like that axe that like makes a copy of all your totems. There's like the card in the base set that gives +2/+0. There's the card that like gives +2 or +0.
Fuck it, I'm gonna create a Battlecry Shaman that
This is
runs purely off Evil Totem.
you mean Battlecry Shaman.
Right? Yeah.
I mean,
So I don't get it.
yeah, you're not
I,
wrong.
I never thought I would miss Totem Golem. This is doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get the joke here. Like
It's
they keep on like feeding us little hints to this deck, but like we're gonna
like I don't understand.
I'm confused. It's,
Like, remember that card from like a while back where it was like a 5 mana something or other, where it's like if you have all the basic totems, summon Alakir, and I'm like, wow, this is gonna be great. They just need to print some more stuff, and then they didn't, and then a year later they were like, here's some totem stuff, and Rise of Shadows, and you're like,
so
what?
I'm gonna go through the totem cards that are gonna be legal in upcoming just to like this. I'm gonna say all of this conjecture is useless waste of time, just us being confused.
Yeah.
So there was a totem theme in Witchwood, and apparently Rastakon's Rumble.
Oh my god.
There's Totem Cruncher, Serpent Ward, and Totemic Smash that we're losing. Only one of those is a playable card, and it's not because of totem synergies. So
Yeah.
we keep Totemic Might, Totemic Surge, Evil Totem, Flame Tongue Totem, Mana Tide Totem, Totemic Reflection. and Splitting Axe.
What is this deck supposed to
I
be?
just don't understand. Like, I there's just not enough like like I get my hero power, but I don't want to use my hero power like multiple times just to like buff a shitty minion to get like 2 shitty minions. I get like copies of my totems, which is cool, but all the totems like die immediately because they're all such high value that you insta kill them. So like Splitting Axe will never give you anything but like, you know, an O2 with taunt. Like I I don't get the joke.
I
So
don't know.
I
I don't know.
I don't know. The card itself is a really powerful card for something that just doesn't get support.
Yeah.
This card would have been insane if it was printed in the Grand Tournament, but
Right.
here we are.
I don't know. They just like
Yeah.
they just like gave up on like totems that exist.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Like I'm a preemptively say 3 stars because I feel like it isn't as bad as you think it is, but I also don't think it's
No,
gonna be great.
Here's the thing. I think the card is powerful. If I was rating the card in a vacuum, I would rate it
Yeah.
probably 3 stars because, like I said, if I ever land this on an evil totem, then
Yeah,
the
that's
game
so much value.
ends. The game is
Yeah.
over. But the thing is that I can't put this in a deck with evil totem because for that like high roll because I will never have enough totems to ever play this on something I care about. So I'll just never play
Yeah.
this card. So it's not the card's fault. It's they just can't.
I'm gonna try and make it work, and y'all are
I
gonna
wish.
get proven wrong.
I am. If you can make this work, I'll eat my shoe, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Bad card. Next.
All right.
Next card.
Vivid Spores. So it's a 4-mana spell. Give your minions Death Rattle. Resummon this minion.
Good spell.
It's fine.
If shamans have good minions to play this on, then that's GG easy. If not, then it doesn't get played.
This is the kind of like copy your stuff effect that I'm cool with, because this is just way more versatile than like make another thing, because it affects your whole board. So I could see this as like a one of in the like kind of tokeny builds, just to make your board super sticky.
Well, I think
Yeah.
the token builds now are low enough to the ground that they just like Soul of the Murloc much better.
Oh yeah, that's right. Soul of the
And
Murloc
that's-
rotating.
No, that's a Rise of Shadows. I just checked.
Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, then Soul of the Murloc's getting played over this card,
Okay.
more than
sorry,
likely.
Vivid Spores. Then this will probably never see play, unless
There may be a
Uh,
world where there's like a super like value deck.
Yeah, tall value shaman deck. But until then, 2 stars.
2 stars.
Next card.
All right, next card. Bogspine Knuckles. 5-mana 4/2 weapon. After your hero attacks, transform your minions into random ones that cost 1 more.
Good in a vacuum, bad in current shaman.
I don't
Oh,
even know if
well.
that's true.
The token shaman likes this effect.
Yeah. You just make your board
Mm,
thick.
Plus, it's
Yeah.
the evolve, and then the 4/2 stat line in that like super aggro deck is really solid.
Like,
So
You
I
know,
think-
that is a lot of damage. You're not wrong.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of Waggle Pick. Clearly,
You're
it's
right.
good, but it has the
Oh.
similar like this is gonna keep keeps pressure on your opponent because you're attacking, and it keeps pressure on your opponent because you're upgrading your
Your board.
So
Okay, I agree. 3 stars. I can't really rate any shaman card above 3 stars with the way I'm feeling.
I could give it 4
But-
stars.
Yeah, I'm in between 3 and 4.
It's 3.5. Well, we can land there.
Next
one.
card.
Shattered Rumbler. So it's a 5-mana 4/6 elemental. Battle cry. If you cast a spell last turn, deal 2 damage to all minions.
It's a solid card.
It's a solid card. There was a 1-mana 2/1 that had the same effect just with a single minion, and that never saw play. I don't think this one's going to. It might.
I don't see spell control shaman being a thing. This is a little too slow to like be a reasonable tempo play.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be nice in like the token aggressive one where you buff up your board with Storm's Wrath. They would try and build a board to counter it. You play this minion to get some valuable trades off of your buffed tokens. You get through a lot more damage. It's not bad, but I'm not sure.
I think with the amount of token that Demon Hunter's getting, there's a chance this goes into slower hunter decks. Just a good AOE that puts a body on the board, but I'm
That's
also
fair.
The only
I don't
place-
like Shaman at all, so I'm saying
Yeah.
this is someone who does not touch.
So
I don't like
played
Shaman.
I got to Legend with Shaman because Shaman
That's
was dummy
sad.
thick. Yeah, I know.
What was this during Galakron
No,
hours?
it was before then.
This was old Doom like day 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
But so Shattered Rumbler is like basically the only place it'll fit into the meta is if there's like a controlling Shaman deck because it doesn't go
Yeah.
it can't go in a mid-range deck because you're just doing too much damage.
oh,
to
it's
your
all
opponent.
minions, not
Yes.
fucking. Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Oh, it is all minions.
Yeah.
I
never
thought it was
mind.
enemy minions. That's garbage.
You
2
guys are-
stars.
Yeah, you guys are talking about this card. I'm like, the only place this could possibly go is in like a heavy control deck. I have no idea why you're talking about like.
No, I thought it was enemy minions.
No, card
This
is
affect's
not
so bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Take away that if you cast a spell this turn, and just say 5 mana 4/6 deal 2 damage to all minions. I'm not even happy about that.
Yeah, I'm not even
No,
super.
that's-
Like, that's not a bad
that's
effect, but it's
awful.
not a great effect.
That's-
It's just
yeah.
like,
That's quite
No,
bad.
this card is bad.
This is 1 star. This is horrid.
it was so 1 star, yeah.
I was spoiled by the Demon Hunters doing like
Yeah.
crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass.
Fucking Christ. Shaman has gotten slapped this fucking
I can't.
set.
I can't blame them for playing against Galakron Shaman for like 3 days.
That was
No.
miserable.
That was so.
It was just the mirror forever.
Literally,
The
if you
ladder
wanted,
was such a nightmare.
if you wanted to play any deck besides Galakron Shaman at the beginning of the expansion, you just got fucking rolled.
Miserable.
So
Oh.
next card is Torment. 5 mana, deal 8 damage to a minion, cost 3 less if you cast a spell last turn.
It's a nice removal, but I would rather just play Earthquake
It's like
in the
Assassinate.
current meta.
It's like Assassinate, but if you played a spell last turn, it costs 2 mana.
It's not bad. It's just like Shaman can't do anything with this. It can.
It again, it has to be like a controlling spell deck, which just
Yeah.
it doesn't look like it has the pieces for. So I just
Yeah, like Shaman literally can't use any of the advantages these cards are giving them, and they're not even all giving them like a deck archetype to like start building advantages with. Like Totemic Reflection isn't going in the fucking if you cast a spell last turn deck, and it's not going in the Totem deck, and Marsh Spawn is and like the fucking Bog Spine and Bogstraw Clacker aren't going in the same deck as these like spell last turn cards. I just don't understand.
yeah, I don't really know what's going on with the class. So I guess we'll go to its other legendary, because I mean, Torrent. I think the thing is, Torrent's like a pretty reasonable removal spell. But,
Decent
like,
card.
But like,
Yeah.
the problem is that like I don't know like like if I'm playing a shaman deck, I can't think of any shaman decks that I just want to assassinate. You know,
Yeah.
like I just can't think of a shaman deck where that's like
It-
where even
It
its
has to be
effect-
control shaman, and that's not
and
really been a thing for a
Hagatha's
long
leaving,
time.
So you know,
Hagatha is going.
I just don't know what this card
Yeah.
is supposed to be doing. I don't know what this archetype's supposed to be doing. The only thing that I really care about is the Marsh Spawn, and that's because it's like a 3/4 that draws a card. It's like an actual good
Yeah.
payoff, whereas these are just like really mediocre like situations.
Like literally, if they were just printed without their costs 3 less if you played a spell last turn, or like if you played a list, I don't even know.
I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the last
Yeah.
one is the Lurker Below. Speaking of bad cards,
Oh god.
it's a 6 mana 6/5. Or,
3.
Sorry, 6/3. God, it's not a 6/5. We might be talking.
That is not a 6/5.
Sorry, the
that
Lurker
is-
Below.
That is false.
It's a 6 mana 6/3 battle cry. Deal 3 damage to an enemy minion. If it dies, repeat on one of its neighbors.
like
Now,
what?
It does keep repeating.
I mean,
however-
yeah, but
However,
Okay, here's the thing, and this has been said before by a lot of people, but compare this to Fire Elemental, which has 2 more health. So Fire Elemental can't clear a board of small stuff, but also it doesn't die immediately.
Yeah.
So like,
It's
Compare
also
this
not a
to Storm's
legendary.
Breath.
yeah, that's a, and we're comparing this card, which is sometimes worse than a basic card. This is a legendary.
You're right. Lightning Storm is better than this card. It
Yes.
just is.
Fire Elemental's usually better.
Yeah, this
I.
fire elemental can go face. This can't.
It also has the Elemental tag.
Yeah.
God fucking
Yes.
Christ.
So
Oh.
And
here's
It doesn't die if you sneeze on it.
I'm gonna say this is the worst legendary in this set. There is one
Yeah.
caveat. I give it one caveat. In if you play the Battlecry Shaman deck, this is a really good battle cry to repeat because it's basically a one-sided board clear.
It, it isn't even. It isn't even. Because, like, so.
Oh, because it has to
It'll deal 3 damage once.
once and then yeah, no.
Yeah.
This card's
This
It's
card
just literally useless. If it just, like, dealt 6 damage and then repeated it with the battle cry, that would be cool. But instead, it does 3 damage,
So-
does nothing, then does 3 damage again, and then does 3 damage to a neighbor.
so I
This
actually-
card might be playable if it was like a pseudo Flame Strike.
Yeah.
I actually have some flavor for you guys. I'm gonna be the flavor guy here.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You see how the art is blue and it's like firing something out of its mouth?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's actually arcane dust.
Oh.
Because it knows what it's going to become, so it's actually just
That's-
spitting the arcane dust at you as like a a
Yeah.
hint as to what you should do with this card because it isn't put in
Ugh.
other decks.
The flavor text is throw it back, and
No,
I
In-
couldn't agree more.
Indeed.
Can we like use the crayon and scratch out like the
Yeah.
star markings?
This one needs negative stars.
Yeah, this card's horrid. This card's
Use the red crayon and go backwards.
yeah, this card's really bad.
God fucking Garrett, that's so...
Shaman, it has Spirit Shrine Portal, I guess.
Ashes
Oh,
of
I see.
Outland is dying for Rise of Galakron's sins. Or
Yeah.
Descent of Dragons, whatever the hell it was called.
Rise of Galakron.
I mean, that was,
Whatever.
that was the second set of the 2 sets. So,
Yeah.
um,
Wait, was that an actual set name?
It was Galakron's Awakening.
Galakrond's Awakening.
Right.
I don't know. There's
Too
like,
many words.
There's 4 playable cards, and then a lot of cards that make me really wonder what is going on.
I don't even know if there's 4. No, there is 4 playable cards. Vash, Marshspawn, Portal, and Bog Spine.
And then the rest, I just don't know. Serpent
Yeah.
Shrine Portal's good, so we'll see.
I
We'll see if one
Shaman-
can carry a class.
Shaman players may have to wait an expansion to get their fix, is all I'm saying.
I'm gonna try. I'll report back and let you guys know.
I'm literally not gonna touch this class with a 10-foot pole as
I
expansion.
appreciate the science.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you guys.
Next class.
If not, just a love of me spamming. That's incredible with Thrall.
You're not, why else would you play Shaman anyways?
No, there's no reason. All right. So Warlock. Warlock has some really wacky cards,
Yeah, they
Yep.
have science.
including this one. So we'll
Yeah.
start with Shadow Council. 1 mana, replace your hand with random demons. Give them +2/+2.
I don't
I
have
don't
any
even-
idea what to think of
I
this.
don't know.
This is a question mark card,
Like,
and we will not understand how this could be a thing until
is this
So, like-
we
is
play
this a
it and
hand
figure it
lock
out.
card? Like
The high roll is ridiculous, right?
right.
Yes.
But
But
what about everything else?
I don't
then
know.
you basically throw away your deck
Like,
to play
Is
Arena
this a,
in
like,
Standard.
Is this like a one of in your hand lock deck? Like you like.
I
throw your
wouldn't
demons
play this
into-
like I wouldn't play Renounce Darkness.
Well, but like, let's think Galakron Zoo Warlock.
Sure.
Is this
Yeah.
just good enough that once you've sort of taken over the board, you play this and just have fat minions to dump on them on curve?
I mean, I guess, but at what point are you taking over the board with that deck?
Always.
Really?
That's what the deck does.
So there's a lot
I-
of dormant minions, which this is kind of bad with.
That's true.
Um,
Does the dormant even go off?
Yeah,
If you-
because
Oh wait, because it's in your hand, right?
It
You're not
goes to
just
your
summoning them.
hand.
So there's
Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the demons. There's 77 demons in standard.
77?
Yeah.
Holy
lord.
shit! Okay.
Oh wait, no. That's a lie. There's
Yeah.
77
I was
cards
about to
that
say.
care about demons. All right.
Yeah, it's like you're lying to me.
I think there's a filter for minion type. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Demon. Auschwitz Wildland. Standard cards. There is how many is this? 5, 10, 15, 20.
So there's 56 standard legal
Oh, this is only in Warlock.
demons, and that doesn't count the cards that are about to rotate.
Yes.
This one's weird.
I don't know.
I don't like it. I think it is a 1-star card and won't be played.
It's probably just a meme.
Yes.
I think it's probably a meme, but there's a chance it's more,
But like,
and I'm gonna hold on to that chance.
but if there's something you can like, because the tempo potential that you can get out of it, like if you play this card on turn 1 and then you just get like, and you're like, let's say you're going second, you play this on turn 1 and then, for example, you just go like flame imp, lol,
Yeah.
and just like
I mean,
flush your opponent with 2, 4, 5, 4s. Like
yeah.
clearly that
It's-
is not going to happen very often, but like if
It's
that's
a
thing-
pseudo.
This
pseudo
is it's a
ambiguous.
it's a Reddit clip card. So
yeah.
Yeah. There's gonna be some sick replays of this happening.
All right.
but
I
80%
don't-
of games it loses you.
I'm gonna
So
put-
1-star in my
I'll
opinion.
call it a 3-star card because it could be 5 or 1. So
Yeah, I'm agree with you there.
next one.
Next card.
Unstable Fellbolt. 1 mana spell.
I love this card,
Deal 3
and
damage
only
to
if there's.
Deal 3 damage
So
to
he-
an enemy minion and a random friendly one.
So can you play this card when you don't have a minion on the board?
I don't know.
If you can, then I think that it is extremely good. And if you can't, then you might not want to play it. But even then, I'd still play it.
I think it's.
Like
I think
hand
there's enough eggs to make
Yeah.
this a decent effect.
So you have to.
I agree.
Okay, so you play it in a deck where
So-
you want your stuff to die.
Yeah, maybe there's a zoo variant that runs all these eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, the 0-2 egg that gives you snakes, the 0-3 egg that gives you 3-4, the
Yeah,
0-5 egg that gives you a dragon.
yeah. There's
Okay.
enough eggs that I think this could work in a zoo deck.
So like a 3.
Yeah.
3
I'd give
Yeah.
it a 3-star, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next card.
Next card. Imprisoned Scrap Imp. Alright. 2 mana 3.
Garbage, terrible, awful.
Demon. Dormant for 2. Wait. Hold on. I don't agree. So it's a 2 mana 3/3 demon. Dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, give all the demons in your hand +2/2.
All minions in your hand.
Or all minions in your hand. Even better. You like play this on turn 2, tap on turn 3, and then vomit your hand onto the board turn 4. It's just like a whole bunch of stats.
Yeah.
It's like 6 Blessing of Kings.
I don't know. I think hand buff won't be great. I think that this is a tempo negative in zoo. Because, like, you got to think if you're zoo, you have a certain amount of turns
Hold on, wait.
to.
So I got it. We imprison Scrap Imp on turn 2.
Oh.
Turn 3, we tap and play
Mhm.
Shadow Council.
We
I like
figured
where
it
your
out,
head's
boys. We figured it out. The next meta deck.
Alright.
I know what I'm playing day one.
Alright, so we can relegate this to like meme.
I think this is a meme.
I agree
Yeah.
it's too tempo negative to like the stat line isn't good enough to like for this to come out on turn 4 and then like go along with
In no universe does this go in zoo. That's what I know.
Yeah, that is exactly what I know. And also, I can't wait for this deck to become a thing.
this is the Shadow Council.
The Shadow Council Imprison Scrapping deck.
That's pretty funny.
What
And
if you
Wild,
get
you
just
can
a
play
hand of
Renounced
Imprison?
Darkness as well.
You can play Renounced Darkness.
Oh yeah.
It's all the Warlock memes in one deck.
Yep.
Imagine.
Okay.
Alrighty, next card.
card.
So we have Canrathod Ebonlock. So Canrathod Ebonlock is a 2-mana 3/2 that says your demons cost 1 less. Wow.
That is insane.
That is a nice zoo card.
That's really powerful. Alright, let's see what the
That's
second half
really
is.
good.
Yeah, let's see what the second
Why
half
the
of the zoo
fuck
card
does
is.
this guy look like Illidan?
So it's a
Read the flavor.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
There you
That's
go.
pretty funny.
Canrathod Prime, so it's an 8-mana 7/6 battlecry, summon 3 friendly demons that died this game.
Hey, it's like
It's like
Gul'dan.
Galakrond or
Yeah.
Gul'dan or
So here's
you know.
so this one is like the Reliquary Prime, where I think that the back half is like kind of gravy and the front half is what you play it for. Because 2-mana 3/2 make your demons cost 1 less. Like if this
That
lives,
is
you just trash.
disgusting.
Like if this
Yeah,
That
you
is-
roll in zoo with this if you're
and if you
smart.
play this,
The amount of free demons you get with this
yeah,
is
you
just
play this,
ridiculous.
and then you're just like, oh, Flame Imp, Voidwalker, go. And your opponent's like,
Yeah.
oh god, I can't win.
How do you recover from that
You
tempo
don't-
swing?
you-
That's
you
absurd.
like-
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Canrathod
And
Prime-
you're right. The back half is just sort of a little bit extra, but
the thing is that like Canrathod Prime is the kind of, because here's the thing, you play Canrathod and you're not going to play like big demons, so Canrathod Prime is going to get you back a couple Flame Imps and like a Voidwalker, right? But the thing
Yeah.
is that that's about what
You don't-
Galakrond's Battlecry does, and with Zoo in the late game, you know you don't want to run an 8-mana card, but shuffling an 8-mana card that just like builds you one last board you can make a push with is sweet.
Exactly. Chances are you're winning the game before you play it anyways.
Right.
So
and it kind of
it also it curves nicely after as well. So
after what?
after Galakrond.
Oh
yeah.
So Galakrond turn 7, Canrathod turn 8. You get big board, then followed up with another big board.
4-star card, 100%.
Yeah.
Galakrond Warlock just gets better with this.
Yeah,
Galakrond Zoo Warlock.
This card is a really cool design. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
All right. Next card is Dark Glare.
This is strange.
So it's a 3-mana 3/4 demon. After your hero takes damage, refresh 2 mana crystals.
So it makes your hero power
Tap
free.
For free, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like Waterboy was never played.
Well, but Waterboy had awful stats.
I guess that's true.
This one has better stats.
All right.
Better
got that going for
stats.
it.
Can I like? So I. Huh.
The upside is better.
Yeah.
So
It survives a Hellfire.
I'm just.
Like in a vacuum, it's good.
Well, okay, so it makes your hero power cost no mana, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Vulture is like a pretty cool card. So basically, you got to play this in like this like self-damage deck,
Yeah.
and that isn't the like zoo package that people play. So the question is,
Yeah.
does this make that playable?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't know though, because like Neferset, what is that
Thrasher
card
or
called?
whatever?
Neferset Thrasher is such a busted card.
It's like a
that-
3-mana 4/5 that damages you, right?
yeah,
It's
and
kinda
then
beating.
but think about
Okay.
the next turn after you play that card, you're getting a whole lot of extra mana.
You get like a 1-mana 3/4 basically, and then you get a free hero power.
I think
That's fair.
this could be something.
And the
I'm not
problem
gonna-
is you're fucking killing yourself. And that
Well,
is a
that's-
lot of damage that adds up extremely fast.
That wasn't a particular problem during Old Doom though, so I don't know.
The
Yes.
game has shifted quite a bit
The other
since
thing
then, though.
is that during Old Doom, there weren't very many aggro decks, and now
Well, there
Yeah.
won't. We're losing a lot of the good aggro pieces.
True.
I guess
I feel like
with-
we're
with
gaining
Demon-
a few as well, though.
With Demon Hunter around, that's a scary proposition, I
Believe you
suppose.
me, I want
Yeah.
this card. I love cards that give you value whenever you do dirtily stuff. So the Vulture version of Zoo was hilarious, and I loved it. That being said, it wasn't really that good, and I want the Vulture to be good because I think that card has a really sweet design. I like where this card's going, and I just don't think it's there.
Yeah.
if
So
you had infinite life, this card would be sweet. So if there's
That
like,
would
some
be.
life gain card,
Yeah.
if there's some like life gain cards that I'm missing, then maybe we can flesh
I
this
mean,
out.
there's like the 6 mana 4/6. You can run Cartoot Defenders. The problem is you bog down your deck with garbage shit like that instead of running an aggressive deck.
I don't know. We'll see.
And
I
yeah,
think
it'll be
it's probably
strange.
2 stars if I'm being perfectly honest, but like I want
Yeah.
it to be good.
I think it's 2 stars as well, but I
too.
think this is one to keep an eye on.
Yep.
Keep an
Uh-huh.
eye on it.
It has 4
5.
At least.
All right.
that we know of. Nightshade Matron.
Yeah, Nightshade Matron. So, Nightshade Matron. Holy moly.
This is a great top end for your zoo.
So it's a 4-mana 5/5 with Rush. It's a demon. Battlecry, discard your highest cost card.
I think we need Hand of Gul'dan to give this some context.
True, but also hold on. Let's just talk about it in its own right.
Mm-hmm.
This card's a lot.
Yeah, I think it's really good when you're running like a low curve zoo deck and you're discarding like like even a 5 or 6 cost minion just to like get a 4-mana 5/5 with Rush.
Well, if you like play this as the last card in your hand, it's just a 4-mana 5/5 Rush.
That's
So if you just,
also true.
If you just like vomit
Worst
your
case
hand,
scenario, you're like
this is your
discarding
top end.
Galakrond.
Yeah, if you just like, well, that's horrid.
That's really bad, though.
You know, that is very true. But
You
also,
run this in Galakrond, but this is where you go lower than Galakrond, and like your top end is literally Nightshade Matrons, and like tapping. So you just trash your opponent with it. But here's
is this the Shadow Council Imprisoned Scrap Imp deck?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I think now we should go to Hand of Gul'dan because I agree. Actually, it does give quite a bit of context.
Yeah.
Hold on. 6 mana. When you play or discard this, draw 3 cards.
So the obvious combo is Nightshade Matron, Hand of Gul'dan. You get a 5/5 with Rush and draw 3.
Yeah, that is
So I think that's
nice.
that actually allows you to play an even more aggressive like zoo deck because it
Mhm.
means that your top end is a 6-drop, but you're not really ever casting it because you're just like playing the Nightshade Matron. So either your Nightshade Matron, you don't have to discard a card, it's a 4-mana 5/5 with Rush, or you do discard a card and it's a Hand of Gul'dan, and then you refresh your hand. I think it's a really powerful play. I think having your curve that low is going to be really good against like Demon Hunter, and it's going to give you enough like versatility to where you're just going to be able to flood the board really easy.
Fuck.
So
Sorry, I just saw the Overwatch hero rotation.
yeah, it's not time for Overwatch talk, but we
Yep,
can
let's-
shoot the shit later on that one. So yeah, man.
Okay, let's
let's-
remain on track.
So this is a new package for Zoo, and I think it's
Yeah.
quite good. This is kind of the end of it.
I have concerns.
What's up?
I don't know if it's better than Galakrond
Me
as
either.
far as Zoo is concerned.
I would imagine it's not.
We will see, I suppose.
And I don't think it goes in the same deck, so I think Galakrond's gonna just edge it out.
But if you want to go lower than Galakrond, this is how you'll do it, I believe.
Yeah.
So next is goes into our plot twist deck. I guess the Dark Portal. It's 4 mana. Draw a minion. If you have at least 8 cards in your hand, it costs 5 less.
Plot
Nice.
twisting quests are a meme.
Yeah, I don't know. This card doesn't do anything. It's like,
Handlock loses its good pieces.
it's clearly a combo card, but like I can't think of anything that you want to do. Like this class doesn't go well with Malagos. This card's a 1-star card. I don't think it does anything relevant.
I think it's really bad. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, me too.
It's so expensive to draw a card. It's so expensive. That's dumb.
Yeah.
We talked about Hand of Gul'dan. Then we have Teledon the Breaker. 6 mana, 3/3, Battlecry, destroy a minion. On this turn, instead destroy all minions except this one.
Garbage!
This seems like a meme.
Yeah.
This
The effect is so bad, I don't know how it was printed.
It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad.
Anything in a fucking card game where it's like has a unique effect if it's drawn this turn, I think is just a bad effect. That sounds dumb.
The design on this card is really confusing because it's not like oh my god, what a top deck. Like it can be, but also it's just like, oh my god, my opponent just played something and I board wiped last turn, so I don't want to board wipe this turn. Okay, like it's not like
Goodbye value on
it's
the
not-
card.
It's not always good whenever you top deck it, so I think it's like I want to be played in the plot twist deck, which makes it a meme, which makes it 1 star.
It's flick but bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is flick, but not even close to flick.
Yeah. Alright, next. Enhanced Dreadlord. It's an 8-mana 5/7 taunt. Death Rattle summon a 5/5 Dreadlord with lifesteal.
Another arena card.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I don't know. It's good with
And
Galakrond.
lock. Yeah, it
Handlock?
buffs Galakrond, theoretically. So.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stats.
If Handlock is able to survive the loss of Mountain Giant, this goes nicely in
Oh
there.
my god, you're right. Never mind, I forgot that
Yeah,
happened.
Handlock doesn't exist. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, this card's 1 star. I don't think it'll see
Glad we cleared that up.
And wild it's pretty alright, but I digress.
In Wild, there is so much better stuff.
So basically, Warlock gets Kenrithod. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say poor Warlock, I guess, but they already have everything they need with Galakrond.
They have a fine stable of cards to work with.
Alright, next, Warrior. Last class.
Thank god.
We have...
Wait, we still have neutrals.
Yeah.
We do still have neutrals.
God, fuck.
We can blaze through a lot of those though, so.
Yeah, let's speed this up.
Imprisoned Ganarg. 1 mana 2/2, dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, get a Fire War Axe.
It's alright. I think it's
okay.
better in Warrior than in most classes, because
I think it...
Warrior doesn't really care about playing to tempo, they more care about, like, value.
I think it's actually sweet in Tempo Warrior. So...
Yeah.
I've been trying to get...
Yeah.
I've been
Come
trying
to think that
to work for a very long time, so...
Warriors been in desperate need of good 1-drops since all their good ones are leaving.
So I think this will be fine.
Yeah, this is fine in like a Galakrond warrior. I can see it.
So 4 stars.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah.
I like it.
Next one is Sword and Board. Love the name of this card. It's 1 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion, gain 2 armor.
The flavor is off the charts.
5-star flavor. It's like a 1-star card. 2-star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't see this thing constructed to play.
It's such a minor effect. I just never put this in my deck. It just doesn't do
Yeah.
anything. So 1 star.
Yeah.
This one's interesting. This next one.
Corsair Cash. Draw a weapon. Give it +1/+1. I really.
And
like...
Car says hello.
Yeah, I was about to say I really like having my Ankar be a 3/4 weapon.
Yes, Pirate Warrior definitely did get better.
It did.
This draws.
Its
Ankar.
competition's been rotated out.
Yeah. I don't know. 3 stars. It's a bit of a specific card, but also like a tutor. Like there's a lot.
Tutor, the best card in your deck is pretty alright.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
make it better. I don't know. 4 stars. The thing about this card is that like it's also very good with the Livewire Lance.
That's true too.
Like if you just buff those weapons, like you can do some dumb stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a 5-star personally.
Really.
Yeah.
I think it's 4.
I give
It'll
it 4
probably see play in whatever warrior variant decides to exist.
I give it 4 stars just because tutors are incredibly powerful, and this tutor buffs your like it buffs the thing you're getting, and weapons are just so good to buff. So 4-star card. I think the card's gonna be really powerful.
Fair.
All right, next card, Bladestorm. So 3 mana, deal 1 damage to all minions, repeat until 1 dies. So, the card I think is fine. I think it's like 3 stars.
Yeah.
It will always kill something, so if your opponent just has 1 big minion, you just play this and kill it. It's like an assassinate. If your
Yeah.
opponent has like a wide board with everything at similar health, then you'll at least kill some things. And if they have like one tiny minion, you're gonna have to clear it before you play Bladestorm. Because it does a lot of AoE damage, but it's not really gonna be a consistent board clear. It's just like a single target thing that like also hits everything else.
Yeah.
So I think it's a 3-star. I think it'll see some play in like Control Warrior if there's like some kind of deck like that. The design
Yeah.
is 5 stars. This is what
Yeah.
Warrior like board clear.
Yes. The flavor is very good.
But not
This
not
is
even just the
it fits
flavor,
class identity really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please get rid of Brawl. I hate Brawl.
Yes.
Brawl.
Brawl
Dear
sucks.
Lord.
Yes.
They
Anyway,
reworked Priest, so I have hope. But
all right. Bladestorm's sweet, but only 3 stars.
Yeah.
Next, Bone Shooter Raider. That's a 3-mana 3/3. Battle Cry. If there's a damage minion, gain +1/+1 and rush. Oh,
that seems alright.
Yes.
that's pretty sweet. It's like goes with the damage thing, like with the
It fits
Mercenary.
nicely in current Galakron Warrior builds.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep.
I like it.
3 stars.
Yeah.
Stars? I think 3 stars. I don't think it's like super overwhelming, and I think it's not. It's going to be replaceable, but also you can build towards it. So I like 3 stars for this. Next is Bulwark of Azeroth. It's a legendary weapon. It's a 3-mana weapon with 1 attack and 4 durability. Whenever your hero will take damage, this loses 1 durability instead.
This seems
Oh.
nuts.
This is-
I mean, yeah, but also nah.
This seems like a control card.
It does.
I mean, yeah. And obviously,
Wait, you can buff
Uh,
this.
You can buff
can.
this.
yes.
Oh.
You can Corsair's cash and
Oh,
upgrade,
you
and
can upgrade it. Oh no.
then you can use the
You can
pirate to
use
get
the
it back
pirate
once
to
it's
get it
dead.
back.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
no.
There's definitely some situations where it's good. I think in just like a normal situation, Warrior doesn't really have trouble with like taking damage, if that makes sense. Like, obviously, if you're taking like 6 damage per fucking attack or whatever, it's like going to be a problem for any deck. But the majority of the time, Warrior doesn't really struggle with like taking out mid-range minions as well as like taking damage from them once or twice, you know? At least in my experience.
I think this card's going to be incredibly obnoxious. Like if you just
Obnoxious, yes.
like if you just make a control deck,
Broken,
if
no.
you just make a control deck with this card, you can just like make a deck where you get like 20 charges of Bulwark of Azeroth.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's a scary eventuality.
And it's not like you take 1 damage, you take nothing.
You take nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Wow. Like this with the pirate, like if you have 2 pirates, that's like 12 hits on you are free, and then forget Corsair cash and upgrade.
Is Archivist Elysiana still in stand?
Yes.
Oh lord, not again.
40-minute Warrior games coming back.
No, please
It things that buff weapons are
upgrade.
It's fine. Even when Control Warrior was top of the meta, like only a third of, like, not even a third, like 10% of the player base played it because no one wants to fucking spend that much time playing a single
Because
game.
it was awful, but everyone at above rank 5 was playing it, so I hated life.
Yeah, that's fair. That's the meta where you don't get to legend that month because Hearthstone
That's
sucks.
accurate.
alrighty. I don't know, 4 stars.
I'm gonna say 3, but
5.
it's only because I'm not seeing a control warrior that exists right now, and I'm willing to be proven wrong. So
Basically,
You know, Dr. Boom is rotating.
he is rotating. Thank God.
This could be, yeah. If this was in the same like rotation as Dr. Boom, that would be the most. Yeah.
The biggest
Miserable.
oversight.
Miserable
this
wouldn't
card-
begin to describe it.
This card reads really, really well. I love the flavor of it, and either the card's gonna just kind of suck and not do anything, or there's gonna be a bulwark on your opponent's screen for the game, and you're gonna hate it. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
Keep an eye on it. Don't disenchant it yet.
Warmaw Challenger.
This is another cool, flavorful card.
3 mana 1/10. Battlecry. Choose an enemy minion. Battle it to the death.
I love this card.
Yeah, it's just it's like it kills something as long as a 1/10 fighting it over and over. You know.
Kills it.
So basically,
Yeah.
it's good at killing like low power stuff. I don't know. I think this card's kind of bad.
It's bad, but the flavor's there.
But the card's cool. Like, it just doesn't kill anything like that you want to kill. Because if you have like, basically even something with like more like even something with 2 power, you just don't want to like get into that fight.
Best
Yeah.
case, it kills a 4/3.
Yeah. And then you traded it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not a good card.
No. Okay, 1 star. Unless you can hand buff it, but there's no way to hand buff it. 1 star. Whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, next one. Kargath
Now this
Blade
next
Fist.
one makes me believe a little in the control.
So, so it's a 4 mana 4/4 rush. Death Rattle, summon Kargath Prime into your deck. So 4 mana 4/4 rush is kind of one of the worst stat lines we've seen on the front end, I think. It's still fine, it can test the board, but it's just not anything special.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the worst stat lines just because like stuff like Restless Mummy exists. Kargath Prime. It's 8 mana 10/10 rush. When this attacks and kills a minion, you gain 10 armor.
Bulwark of whatever.
Yeah.
This reeks of Dr. Boom, and I don't like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of armor here.
At least Plate Breaker exists, I guess.
Yeah, Kargath Prime is gonna probably attack twice. So
Yeah.
you want to play Kargath clearly in a control deck so you can get to Kargath Prime. It's not one of the other ones where you're trying to wait on something. You really want the Prime. So I don't know, like a 3-star card. I don't see it right now, but 10
It has
armor-
support.
10 armor is no joke. So
Yeah.
That's a lot of health. Yeah.
3 stars, but
Fair.
look out. Next card, Scrap Golem. 5 mana 4/3 taunt, Death Rattle. It's a mech. Gain armor equal to this minion's attack. Oh.
This is another sort of good control piece.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah. Like 3 stars.
3 stars for the potential of a control package that I want to rate 2 stars if it's even better than it is now.
Because I don't want it to exist. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
It's bad, don't play it. I mean that.
All right. So Blood Boiled Roots. So we have a 0 mana 6/8 with Rush.
That is untrue, but I like your initiative.
Okay. So it's a 7 mana 6/8 with Rush, and it says cost 1 less for each damage minion.
Now I know I said if it can cause 0, it will.
So this one won't.
This one won't.
Hey,
However,
there's the Whirlwind Dream, okay?
If I don't know if that's a dream necessarily. Like, this is the kind of card that, like, the Bloodsworn Mercenary is like an incredibly powerful card, and I think the card's like really good. And this is the sort of thing where I look at some of the other stuff, like there's like Risky Skipper and Bone Chewer Raider, makes me think like,
yeah.
If this thing costs 4 mana, which I need 3 damage minions, which I'm copying damage minions and buffing them, so they're probably gonna stay in play. They'll play like the Tolvir, and heck, with this, I would even play the Injured Blade Master just to like, have
Have
that.
more.
Reinforce
Yeah.
the set.
Right. So like if I play this on 5, or even if I play this on 5, I am more than happy. 5 minutes
Yeah,
6
yeah.
with Rush is ballistic.
At 5, it's insane. At 6, you're happy, and even at 7, it's not terrible.
7,
So
you're not even sad. Like, you can just play this on an empty board, and like not be terrified. If you have some like combat going where you have like 3 damage things and your opponent has 1, and you play this for 3 mana, you're getting away with murder. Because
Yeah.
this isn't. The thing is that this isn't a corridor creeper where it's a 2/5. Like, everyone's like, it's a 7 mana 2/5. This is a reasonably statted minion, or this is like a good minion for the expensive stats, but it also gets cheaper.
Let the record show that before being nerfed, Corridor Creeper was a 5/5. But yes,
Yeah.
I see your point.
But 5/5 to 7 still isn't a 6/8
That's still not
for
good.
7
Yes.
with rush. And
No, this
similarly,
would be
Mogu Flesh
fine just
Shaper-
as like a vanilla rusher.
right. And similarly, Mogu Flesh Shaper is a 3/4 for 8 or 9 later, but or
Yeah.
7? I don't know how much mana it costs
Yeah,
anymore.
7 to 9 was the nerf.
But it doesn't matter. So Blood Boil Brute is, I think you're gonna be happy if it costs 1 less mana, and if you're playing a deck that cares enough about it, you can make it cost, like, you can get it to a mana cost where it's unfair. So
Yeah.
This is the type of unfair that Warrior needs.
yeah, I want to give this 5 stars.
I could see it.
I want to give this 5 stars on the just on the pure thing of like, if it can cost 0, it'll cost 0. Because if you play a Whirlwind, this does cost 0 a non-zero amount of the time.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think it's very strong. Certainly.
It's probably a 4, but on principle, I'm giving it a 5.
I'll agree to your principled stand there. I like that.
Alrighty, 0 mana 6/8's good, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fine with rush.
Alright, Warrior, I like what they're doing with Warrior. None of these cards are offending me, which is if that's all I can ask of your class, then yeah. here we are.
Warrior looks good.
Yeah, except for Bulwark of Azeroth, that card is
Yeah, that looks like a pain,
that
but
can't do anything good.
no. And I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm terrified. Alright, so we're gonna go through the neutral cards real quick. So we have Ethereal Og Merchant. So there's a cycle of these. There's Ethereal Guardian and Rocket Og Merchant. They all have they're all 1 mana 2/1s. They battle cry, deal damage to a minion. Ethereal gives it +1 spell damage. Guardian gives it Divine Shield, and Rocket gives it deals 1 damage, gives it Rush. What do you
Yes.
think of this cycle? I think it's absurd.
They seem mediocre.
Really.
I think
Yeah, they seem like worse lackeys to me.
that's what I'm saying. I think once lackeys rotate, these will maybe see something going on, but just like I don't see them doing anything too exciting.
So the one that I'm excited about is the Guardian one.
Yeah, that's the best one by far, I think.
Because, well, the reason why I like them at first is because I see them almost as a better, like, that archer, Elven Archer? 1 mana 2,
Yeah.
just, you can ping your opponent's small stuff, which is nice. And then, you give them, like, so give it Divine Shield is absurd in the, like, Tempo Warrior, like, damage stuff deck. So, I think the Guardian one, I want to give 3 stars, and the other one I want to give 2 stars.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fair. I'd agree to that.
It's a cool cycle to like keep on the mind though. These are playable cards that can get better with the meta. Anyway, next one. Infectious Swirling. 1 mana 1/2. After this damages a minion, turn it into an Infectious Swirling.
Seems like a meme.
It's a bad card. Like, it kind of has poisonous.
We've seen better poisonous cards that don't see play, so
This gives me a little bit of pause. I want to give it a 1 star and just call it a day, but it's
That's what I'm gonna do.
poisonous, so I don't know. It also gives them a Swirling, so you're not allowed to have anything good. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
that's horrible. This is a horrible card. 1 star.
Seems like a meme.
Okay. Soulbound Ash Tongue. 1 mana 1/4. Whenever this takes damage, you also deal that much damage to your hero. I'm cool with the Dire Mole, but like, this is just gonna deal you way too much damage, I think.
I don't understand what it's for, but
I don't know either. Maybe you're supposed to buff it or something, but
I guess it goes in the self-pain lock deck if that's ever a thing.
oh my god, you're a genius. Yeah. No,
What is
that's
it?
bad. It's a 1 mana 1/4. Whenever this minion takes damage, you also deal that much damage to your hero. So you put it in the deal damage to yourself Warlock deck, that way you can hit 0 faster.
Yeah.
The game ends even quicker.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, I think this card's probably unplayable.
I think it's bad, yeah.
Easiest deck to hit legend with because most of your games will only take 2 minutes.
It's 1 star, I believe.
Yeah.
Next card, Bone Chewer Brawler. 2 mana 2/3 taunt. Whenever this takes damage, gain +2 attack. This is unplayable.
Worse than the Amani Berserker.
Amani Berserker.
Yeah.
I guess if you buff, this is like, if you buff its health, you can heal this, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If this was printed a set ago, it'd be fine. But in the new slower meta that I think will develop, this isn't very good.
you have to like, the problem is that you want to like put buffs on this, but it has taunt. So like,
Yeah,
There's-
it'll just get
yeah.
beat down.
it kind of sucks. So 1 star, this is not a set of abilities that goes well together.
Yeah.
Imprisoned Vile Fiend. 2 mana 3/5, dormant for 2 turns, rush. It's a demon.
Good in arena.
Yeah, I can't imagine
I can't
many
see it
decks want
Playing
this.
constructed.
The thing about dormant as a mechanic, I believe you want the dormant card to just really swing the board whenever it comes out.
Yeah.
The 3/5 rush doesn't do that, so 1 star, I think.
Yep.
Next is Ma'arg Artificer. It's a 2 mana 2/4 demon. All minions take double damage from spells.
It seems niche.
Yeah, I don't know what this is for. This looks like a
You can
card
do
that-
some crazy board clears with it, but
Yeah.
the classes that can do that already.
Yeah, they
So
already do that. Like, they don't need help. I'm gonna say this card's a 1 star. It looks like they were just trying to put text they'd never put on a card before on a card.
Yeah.
fair.
Rustborn Initiate. 2 mana 2/2. Death Rattle. Summon a 1/1 Imp Caster with spell damage +1.
Pack filler.
I think
Pack
this card's
filler,
cool.
100%.
It's interesting, but pack filler.
Probably not enough.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 star. Blistering Rot. 3 mana 1/2. At the end of your turn, summon a Rot with stats equal to this minion's.
This feels like a meme.
Yeah, it'll be a meme. There was like a 2 mana 1/2 that did something like this.
Oh, yeah.
It did, and it was
That was
not
very
good.
Yeah.
This one keeps on splitting, I think.
Yeah, because at the end of your turn, you make a Rot, so like...
It won't make it any better of an effect. So.
It's
Oh my God,
still
look
it's still
look at how
bad.
cute the token is.
What token? Let's see.
The Living Rot token.
Oh my goodness,
It's got like little,
that's something.
little eyes there. Yeah, that's all I can say. It has a cute token. This card's a meme. It's 1 stars.
Pack filler.
Next card, Frozen Shadow Weaver. 3 mana 4/3, freeze an enemy. Battle Cry.
Very good in arena.
Yeah, this card's ballistic in arena, and it will never see play in standard.
Uh,
I don't think.
Barring like a weird freeze mage
Or like a
resurgence.
or like a tempo-ish deck that just wants the like stat line. I give this 2 stars. There's a world in which this sees play.
Yeah.
That's fair. I like it enough for that.
I mean, Glacial Shard was a card, so
Yeah, I mean,
and it's all good
this,
men play.
this isn't hot trash like the other cards we've seen. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overconfident Orc. 3 mana.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Tar Creeper. All right. Moving on. It's 3 mana 1/6 taunt. While at full health, this has +2 attack.
This is a 5-star card. Don't at me.
I'm gonna
Best
add
card
you.
in the set.
Have you seen the
This-
flavor text?
No.
Look at it.
I am the powerful. You are the poop. Wow. This
Uh,
card reeks of bad,
Does it?
Yeah.
It's like Tar Creeper.
except the bad
except
part of
for-
Tar Creeper.
It's
Yeah.
always the bad
Ex-
part of Tar Creeper. I'm gonna give
Yeah.
this, I'm gonna
Our
give
Creeper
This,
if it never had an upside.
look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this 2 stars because it has the extra toughness. There's like 1/6 with taunt. Like clearly you don't want that, but for 3 mana, that's still like not the worst distribution of stats you can get. And if this kills one thing at full health, like okay. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I could see it see play sometime.
Sure.
I give it 2 stars. It's not utter garbage. Anyway, moving on. Next one is Terran Gorefiend. 3 mana 3/4. Battlecry, destroy all friendly minions. Death Rattle, resummon them with +1/+1.
It's interesting.
You could take.
I don't
like,
think
your,
it's gonna work
like,
out.
your damaged board and like resummon them.
You can. It's crazy in sort of the Zoo Warlock where you do this and Plague of Flames.
Yeah.
So with 4 mana, you've refreshed your board with +1/+1 all around, and I think it might find a home there because in Wild there's a deck that does very similar things to that. That's quite good. So
Okay. I mean,
I have some faith in this one.
I can see this one also. Like, let's say you're just playing like Paladin, right? And you play like a bunch of like little dorky like crap minions on your first couple turns. You play Terran. You like get a tempo advantage with Terran, then all your Silverhand recruits come back with +1/+1.
Hmm.
With that.
That's fair.
I give it 3 stars. I think there's
I like it at 3 stars.
I think there's some uses for it, but it's not like broken or anything.
Yep.
Cool. Good job, Terran. You didn't suck. Next, Terror Guard Escapee. That's a 3 mana 3/7 demon. Battlecry, summon 3 1/1 Huntresses for your opponent.
We've seen cards like this. They've always been bad.
Yeah, this seems horrid.
Yep.
Alright. Basically, it's like a 3 mana 3/4 with a downside of like
Okay.
sometimes
A
it's way worse.
potentially low floor.
Yeah.
A subterranean floor.
-1 star. This card's actively
It's
bad
bad.
to play. Next one, Burrowing Scorpion. 4 mana 5/2. Deal 2 damage. If that kills the target, gain stealth. Huh.
I don't
Good
think
in the
this-
new Rogue. I think
I
it's
don't think-
actually pretty good.
I don't think it is.
I think it's good.
You gotta kill the thing though.
Yeah, that's
for it
I
to
mean,
gain
yeah,
stealth.
4-drop.
I think it'll be really good in Rogue, personally.
Hold on, wait. 4 mana 5/2. Deal 2 damage. How bad really is that?
You know what? That's
4
fair.
mana 3/3 deal 2 damage was played. So.
That's okay.
I
Yeah,
think this card's a 3-star card.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't think it's insane, but this stat line looks this looks like a pretty solid card. I think you're going to be able to kill something pretty reasonably, and then you're going to kill something else. So at the very least, you 2-for-1, and if you care about stealth, which Rogue seems to, then you're going to do a lot more. Also, this can go face, which is sweet.
I like it a lot in Arena.
I want to... Oh, yeah. This card's going to be really dumb in Arena. I really want to kill someone with the 2 damage, then it gains stealth after the game's over. Alright, good work,
Yeah.
Scorpid. You rose above the garbage.
Hmm.
Speaking of the garbage, Disguised Wanderer, 4 mana 3/3 demon, Death Rattle, summon a 9/1 Inquisitor.
Garbage
me.
arena card, 1 star next.
It's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confused. This stat line's weird.
This next one's got some teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking
You were
of
saying-
cards,
Don't sleep on the Murlocs. I guess you're right.
Felfin Navigator. This card exists literally because of Battlegrounds. It's in Battlegrounds right now.
It is?
Yeah, it's at 3 stars.
I
Wow.
did not know that.
Yeah.
That's
Me
funny.
either.
Yeah. So also they took out Cobalt Guardian.
Thank God.
Why-
Holy
why
fuck.
even play?
Okay, let me start the Hearthstone
Yeah.
download again.
Felfin Navigator. It's a 4 mana 4/4 Murloc. You give your other Murlocs +1/+1. What?
This is a crazy battle
This
cry
is
from Murlocs.
ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's also a 4 mana 4/4. That's so good.
It's if there's a Murloc deck, this is in it.
All right.
Yeah.
I give this like
4 stars.
4 stars. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
Alright.
Strong. You'll see
Next.
play eventually. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna read this, but whatever.
Keep ready.
Mag Therodon. It's a 4 mana 12/12 demon. Dormant. Battlecry. Summon 3/1/3 enemy warders. When they die, destroy all minions and awaken.
It's a meme.
It is a
It's a
meme.
meme.
This
It's a meme. It's a meme. It's a meme.
so this card is horrid. Like it's oh, what's that stupid card with the candles? The darkness or something?
Oh, the
The
darkness. Yeah.
darkness.
Because
Yeah.
if your opponent silences one of the warders, or if they like
Like
transform
faceless
it,
corruptor it or
anything, which,
Shadow Step.
yeah, exists in
Yeah.
multiple classes. This takes up a board space for the rest of the game. You never get that board space back.
yes.
It's a meme and terrible.
And
It has a place in both the fact that Galakrond can summon it
oh my
That's
god.
accurate.
and
No, it
demon
stays dormant.
hunters can cheat it out.
No, it stays dormant.
Wait, you're right. That's terrible.
Yeah, it
That's
makes
really
Gal-
funny.
That's a
it
nerf to Galakrond.
literally adds a rock to Galakron's pool. And if you cheat this out, it's dormant. You don't get the battle cry.
You're right. Fuck, this is so bad.
This card is
Negative one
This
stars.
card's the worst legendary in the set because at least the other ones aren't actively bad to play. This card is actively bad to play. It's
I don't know.
Negative
There's a-
1 stars.
There's a 5-cost card coming up that's pretty awful, but
This-
we'll get
this
to
is-
it.
I
I guess this one's
Um,
actively detrimental
this
to
one's
you, so
actively detrimental.
Yeah.
This is actively bad. I don't
Yeah.
know. You're not. It's not even easy enough to like get this off. Whenever you do, you've probably spent multiple cards to kill a bunch of 1/3s.
Like the easiest way is a 4, like in Warlock, play this for 4, play Hellfire for 4, and get a plot twist with a 12/12 on it, which isn't
Or two
terrible,
together.
but it's 2 cards and you have to play that.
Yeah.
yeah,
This card's
No, it's-
horrid.
it's bad.
So
Let's
Yeah.
move on to the best card in the set potentially.
Dude, holy fuck.
Maya's Shadow Song. 4-mana 4/3. Choose a minion. It goes dormant for 2 turns.
Fucking Christ, that's broken.
If you don't open this card, craft it.
Yeah,
this
this
goes-
is the Ziliax, this is the Keleseth of this set. This is
I
It's-
cannot-
going to be
I cannot conceive of a deck that doesn't want this card.
It's just
Yeah.
yeah, it just takes the minion out. Also, flavor here. Sweet.
sweet.
is-
Yeah.
It is
so
really good.
cool. It's so cool. I don't know very much about like WoW. Mayav's one of the like few characters I've like looked up some of the lore on, and that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
Can't wait to play her in my Demon Hunter deck.
So going dormant for 2 turns is sweet. You basically take it out of the game, and then whenever it comes back, the thing about dormant minions is that they're like I
They're
don't know.
overstated for a reason.
They have summoning
Yeah,
sickness.
they have a summoning sickness, so they can't attack whenever they come out from dormant.
You're
So
right.
basically, you get another chance to just remove it after you've made it dormant for that long. So Maya
Yeah.
is just incredible. What like a fantastic tempo card.
Yeah, like,
good in control,
This
good
is
aggro.
better than Ziliax.
That's not true.
I
It's on the
disagree.
same. It's gonna be played at similar levels.
Yeah, it's
It's really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Craft it. If you don't open one, craft it.
Yeah.
Or open one. This card's
or
Yeah.
open one. Or
Buy more
craft it.
packs.
Or open one and craft a golden one.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is Crayon, right? This is Crayon.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is a 7-star card. The
Okay.
second
Yeah.
7-star card of the set. What was the
Yeah.
first one?
It's been a while.
Fuck. It was in Hunter, right? No.
I don't remember.
It's probably
I'm
Demon
finding
Hunter.
it.
It's probably all of the cards.
Oh, right, Kane Sun Fury.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, yes.
Funnily enough, yeah, this does a similar thing if the opponent plays taunt. So
Oh my god, you're right. There's so many ways to pass taunts. Ego face. Faceplate
like
taunt.
this is so good in my Smork deck. Oh my god, holy
Good
fuck.
and everything. All right, my
Faceplate taunt.
Alrighty, next one's Replicatatron. It's a 4-mana 3/3 mech. At the end of your turn, transform an Aviar into a copy of this.
It's
Yeah,
a
card pass.
meme.
Horrid. Alright.
If Boomsday wasn't rotating out, I could see some way it could be decent.
Yeah,
But
if
it's not.
Ziliax was still around, this would be funny, but
Yeah.
pass.
Then it would
Yep.
be funny, and that's it. Alright, pass. Bad card. GG, go next. Alright, next one. Restworn Cultist. It's a 4-mana 3/3. Battle Cry. Give your other minions Death Rattle, summon a 1/1? Whoa.
That's
This seems good.
a Warlock card in neutral.
Yeah.
I think Demon Hunter likes this a lot.
I think
Oh, Demon Hunter loves
also,
this
remember how
actually.
you were talking about Soul of the Murloc?
Yeah.
Ooh,
This
a 4-mana
seems like
3/3 that casts Soul of the Murloc is
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
you'll take. There's a thing, like the concept of like bundling, right?
Yeah.
Where you take your so
Yeah,
this is like a
this is a
2-mana 3/3.
5-star card.
I wouldn't go that far. Because the
I
effects like are a little disjointed because you want your 2-mana 3/3 and your 2-mana buff spell to be like, at 2 mana. But this is a 2-mana 3/3 that casts a 2-mana spell, so you're getting your value, and these are all like good things that you care about. I think this is a 4-star
Yeah.
card. I
I think this is a 5-star card because it's a neutral card that's going to go into multiple good decks.
it could be
I think-
actually.
A lot of token decks really love this effect.
Yes.
And it's not like most token decks because almost every time you get this effect, it's you get the effect like as a spell, so you don't get something on the board. But this is like a 3/3.
Yeah, it's so
It's
good.
kind of like a 4-mana 7/7.
Yeah. It's really good. It's
Yeah.
so good. That's
It
a
looks
5-star
like-
in my opinion.
An excellent card.
Could be a 5-star card.
Yes.
I'm gonna go 4, but
I'm between 4 and
it's
5.
like a 4.5. Sweet card. I didn't even know this existed. This is the first time.
Me-
Me either.
Me neither.
All right. Oh boy.
Speaking of not a 5-star card.
All right, Alar. 5 mana.
Did my
7/3
boy Alar so bad.
elemental. It has Death Rattle. Summon a 0/3 Ashes of Alar that resurrects this minion on your next turn.
It should turn into a Dust of Alar because that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See those ashes? They look kind of like dust. At least
The
this
flavor
card's-
text is funny, but
Yeah. At least
That's
this
all-
card's- At least this card isn't an active detriment. Like
It's really-
That's a
it's a
pretty
s-
meta flavor
it's a-
text.
It's a 7/3 that dies, then they kill your 0/3, and it was kind of like you had a 7/6 for half a second. So that's
Yeah.
I guess.
you can pretend in your mind that it's a 5-mana 7.
Yeah, if you think about it as a 5-mana 7/6, you'll be slightly happier that you got it before you dusted it.
Yeah, right?
Cool.
No, this is Dust.
Yeah, it's bad. It's horrid. All right.
Yeah.
Next,
What have they done to you, Alar?
Yeah, I know, right?
Rushsteed Rider. 5-mana 1/8 taunt rush. Battlecry again. +4 attack this turn.
This is a good card. It doesn't look like it, but it is a good card.
I think it's okay.
It's fine.
I think it is pretty good for control to be able to put an 8 health taunt potentially on the board, as well as have the effect of just removing a minion.
It's gonna crash into something, and then it's probably gonna die to like 1 attack. But it trades
Yeah.
and soaks some damage.
Yeah.
There's possibly a place for it just because that like starting stat line of a 5/8 with rush is really good. So I'm not saying that it's like bad. I think it's a 2-star card. There's like it's kind of a role player. It's
I'm gonna say a
around if you-
3-star card.
I can see that, but I'm gonna go.
I'll say 2. This next one's a cool tech card.
All right.
Mhm.
Next one's Waste Warden. Oh yeah, this one's sweet. So it's a 5-mana 3/3 Battlecry. Deal 3 minion damage to a minion and all other of the same minion type.
Good against dragon decks, good against demon decks, good against zoo, good against
This hoses token deck so very hard.
yeah.
I like this card a lot.
I do too, but it's very meta dependent. It depends.
It is
on what,
very meta dependent.
But I expect
depends on what people are playing.
I think there's gonna be. So here's the thing about this card.
Mhm.
5-mana 3/3 that deals 3 damage to a minion. If that's like my worst case scenario, then wait.
Then I wouldn't play it.
Okay. No, I'm not crazy. So you can play it on something against something that doesn't have a minion type and just kill it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm happy enough with that.
I think it might have a place if the meta is conducive
Yeah,
for it.
it's like there's no reason to rate this because it'll be great if like token decks with similar tribes are in the meta. Like if Murlocs become meta, like Tyler's whatever your name is, Patrick is hoping for. Then this
I
is
didn't
really
say
good.
I didn't say hope.
Could be.
I
It's just being
never
real-
hope for
just being a
Murlocs.
realist.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So.
Waste Warden, it's a sweet
3
tech card,
stars.
so like three stars, but you'll kind of know when you want it.
Yeah.
Also, note better in control decks that kind of get to hoard their cards in their hand.
Yeah, definitely.
Next card, 6 mana 5/6. So, Dragon Maw Sky Stalker. It's a 6 mana 5/6 dragon. Death Rattle. Summon a 3/4 Dragon Rider.
Arena, 1 star. Next.
I get Shades of Piloted Sky Golem, but
Yeah.
worse. Pass.
So Kael'thas Sunstrider. This card we already have. I feel like this is not what I would have wanted Kael'thas to be.
Yeah.
So it's a 6 mana 4/7. Every third spell you cast this each turn costs 0.
Someone's gonna break this eventually.
Guys,
There-
Well,
Guys, I figured it out.
uh-huh.
So you go Kael'thas, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
You play
I'm
Twin
with you.
Blades,
Uh-huh.
and then you Inner Demon.
the 6 mana Pyroblast with a 4/7 body.
He's done it. He's figured it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Kael'thas is gonna be broken
he's
at
upset.
some point. Absolutely. Free spells? Are you kidding me?
I think that the people that want this minion to work are hard at work to figure it out. And if they do, then it'll work. And if they don't, then it won't. And there's no reason to talk about it anymore.
I get the feeling Cyclone Mage is gonna be a thing.
Oh lol.
I disagree. I don't think it'll work in Mage.
We'll see. Kael'thas. It says 0 on it. We know what that
It
means.
does. I like free spells.
5 stars because things cast for free. Alright.
Yeah,
Next.
don't disenchant your free coffee.
Don't do that. I would not.
I don't think you can.
Probably
Nice.
not. Anyway, this next one, Scavenging Shivara. It's a 6 mana 6/3 demon. Battlecry. Deals 6 damage randomly split among all other minions.
That's terrible, awful dust.
It's really bad. Pack
You don't
filler.
need to dust it because it's a common, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Next. Bone Chewer Vanguard. It's a 7 mana 4/10. Whenever this minion takes damage, gain +2 attack. It's just
Monty
stats.
Berserker, but different.
Yeah, this is just like a big wall of stats, and I don't think it matters at all.
Yeah.
No, there's some combo potential with certain classes, but nothing to write home about. 2
1
stars.
star.
8 mana 12/12 can't attack heroes.
Yeah,
Huh.
what is this thing? I don't know. Like,
I
Bad.
can't tell if it's good or not.
no, it's bad because I don't know. It'll be funny
You
to
want-
get off of Galakrond because
That's
you can like
True.
because you just like never lose the board anymore. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But
I'm going to try it in my big demon hunter to see if it works.
the problem is that like you get this out and then your opponent has no pressure to kill this thing because they go,
Event-
oh, now I get to kill your enabler instead of kill the threat because the threat
Yeah.
can't hurt them.
This thing will eventually kill itself is the problem.
So,
Like always. 100 times
Yeah.
out of 100.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's 1 stars. I don't think this is gonna be
Probably.
you're gonna want to put
Yeah.
in your deck.
It's pretty bad.
It's bad. It was bad when they printed it with Charge as a legendary too, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that card. I think last card. Scrapyard Colossus. It's a 10 mana 7/7 with taunt, and whenever it has Death Rattle, summon a 7/7 Fellcracked Colossus with taunt. Okay.
Another arena card. 14/14 with taunt on both sides isn't terrible, but it's just
10 mana
like
14/14. Eh.
meh.
I don't want to pay 10 mana for this. I would like to not spend my whole turn doing this.
Yeah.
There's better things you can spend your mana on.
like Dragon
Yeah.
Queen Alexstrasza, just for
Yes. Yes.
Well, what is? I'm gonna skip all the crap. Class that you guys are most excited for?
Well, Demon Hunter.
I was
is
about to say, can
top
it be
one.
anything that's not Demon
Okay,
Hunter?
you can. Okay, clearly we're all gonna play Demon Hunter because Demon Hunter has like 60 new cards and new mechanics, and it's the new class. Second most excited class.
Fuck, I don't even know. Rogue?
Okay.
Rogue is cool. I like Mage a lot, but that's just every expansion.
Yeah. I think
So
I think mine's Paladin.
Paladin, yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good pick.
So what's the make?
1 to 5 curve demon hunter smork.
Yeah, Demon Hunter aggro.
Alright, mine's Paladin Librams, so you can see where I'm at.
Hmm.
Um,
Not wanting to win games. Yes.
look,
Yeah.
I didn't see Magtheridon, so I'm not actively throwing my SR. But anyway, that is Ashes of Outlands. It's clearly not Saviors of Uldum or Descent of Dragons.
Yeah,
Is that what it's
Descent of
called?
Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
Neither is it Rostacon's Rumble, thankfully.
Also, the set just seems somewhat reasonable and a little toned down from the last couple sets, but
Which I guess is a good thing.
sets built around 1 mana critters that all have absurd effects is I suppose it'll have that change on Hearthstone. So we'll see. Hopefully this changes the meta in a somewhat significant way, and
Yeah.
we're not just playing with lackeys for a year.
Lackeys and Galakron, which is probably what's going to happen, but
I think it'll be a good change of pace. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here.
Yeah,
that's
I-
true.
they're
I'm
not
more
wasting-
excited about the cards rotating out than
Yeah.
coming in,
They're
personally.
not wasting a lot of the slots on just like random trash can cards that they have in previous sets, where they're just like, here's
Except the
Dragon.
entire Shaman class.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaman didn't get cards this expansion,
Well,
so
it got one card.
It got Lady Vosh,
It got Serpent
And-
Shrine Portal,
Serpent
Yeah.
Shrine Portal.
which is
it got Maelstrom Portal.
here's the thing: Serpent Shrine Portal, I think, is one of the best cards in the set. It just happens to be in Shaman.
Poor Shaman.
As a Shaman player, I can't even feel bad for Shaman after the destruction
Oh, no.
it got on the ladder.
I
Yeah.
hate Shaman. Whenever Shaman's good, it's miserable to play
That's
against.
incredible.
And whenever it's bad, I don't want to play it. So
Anyway, so this is the end of this one. It only took us 5 hours. I'm excited. So let's
get hyped.
get hyped. And
Are you
bye,
prepared, Zane?
Kind of.
No, you are not
I'm-
prepared.
I'm-
That's a
I'm
trick
not-
question.
I am not prepared.
You are not prepared.
I'm glad we didn't make it to the end without missing that one. I
I had to sneak it in there.
was trying. I was gonna do it in the Demon Hunter in some way, probably with the Warglaves, and I was like, you know what? This one's it's the low-hanging fruit's too low. The fruit's on the ground, and it's rotten.
I
So,
made it. I had to sit here for 5 hours with that stewing in my brain.
well,
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad you managed to get it out. So that's what you should take away from this: is that you are not prepared for this expansion.